Oh, I shit my pants.
Actually, that may have been me.
Oh, you're living the dreams, DP.
Yeah.
Devil may care attitude. Strong thighs. Beautiful girlfriend.
Sorry I'm late. I was rounding up all the gluten in the world and launching into space where it can't not hurt us ever again.
Kiss me like you miss me, Red.
What in the fuxicle is this?
My name's Cable. I'm here for the kid.
What? The kid?
Move or die.
Kids give us a chance to be better than we used to be. He needs you.
You're a lot smarter than I look. I ain't letting Cable kill this kid. But I can't do this alone.
Can you speak up? It's hard to hear you with that pity dick in your mouth.
We're gonna form a super duper fucking group. We need them tough, morally flexible, and young enough to carry their own franchise for 10 to 12 years. We will be known as X-Force.
Isn't that a little derivative?
You're absolutely right. Now, let's go get our fuck on.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my fears, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go.
Tell me they got that in slow motion.
I'm gonna knock you out.
Doing the right thing is messy. But if you want to fight for what's right, sometimes you have to fight dirty. And that is why Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is pure pornography.
Oh, God, I wish I finished college.
It lives up to the hype, plus.
Fuck it, they probably won't even make it 3.
Yeah, why would they? Stop it, too. You killed it.
Yeah, man. I am. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Okay. I didn't know. No, okay. Because I'm trying to figure out how I want to move forward publicly with my opinion of MoviePass. After this fuck shit they pulled with me today.
I'm just saying,
So
I'm about
know.
talking all the shit, and I'm keeping my past, but I'm talking about talking all the shit, dog. Because once again, even that bullshit ass reason for only letting you see the movie one time.
Yeah, we started off with a whole different model, and granted, the model originally.
Son, this is what they say when you ask the question on Google or whatever the fuck.
Why can't I see the same movie more than once? We recently updated our terms of service to reflect the MoviePass subscribers are only permitted to see a select movie in theaters once with your MoviePass. Wait a minute. Was that an answer? We hope this will encourage you to see new movies and enjoy something different.
Nigga said go see something else, bitch. They said we hope this encourages you to go see other shit. That's what they just said.
That is such a bullshit answer, man.
Bruh, that's some fuck shit, son.
Damn, that doesn't even feel like a fucking answer.
That's killer.
Fuck that, man.
That's killer.
Okay.
That's killer.
Well, at least everybody's on to the shit now too, and it's like MoviePass is getting their life. But so basically, for those folks who are listening, MoviePass for the last 2 days has kind of blocked me out. Now, I was kind of nervous about this happening because when Avengers, I can't remember when Avengers and there was another movie that came out, Black Panther, I think maybe around that time. MoviePass was having a little bit of trouble with people checking in. So today, I get the first opportunity to go actually see the movie that we're going to review with Mr. Bat, so can't pass that up. So I go to the theater, I'm ready to check in. Now yesterday, basically, first of all, let's start at yesterday. So yesterday I tried to go check out Deadpool, and I'm receiving this weird error message I've never gotten before. Yesterday I just said, fuck it, I want to see the movie. I'll pay out of pocket, and plus I had a friend with me, so I just figured this is too much of a hassle. We're here at 7.
We're here
at 7:30. Yeah, we're here. We're at the time. We can get our seats. Let's just I'll buy the tickets, and we'll deal with MoviePass later. So I'm sending MoviePass messages, and MoviePass while the movie's happening, I'm already in there now. But MoviePass says, hey, restart your or delete the app, re-download it onto your on your phone, and that should solve your problem, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do that. And so I do that, and everything looks like I'm in order. I'm ready to go. Get to the theater today, try to check in, receive the same error message. So now, and another cool thing about MoviePass is there's not a phone number to call a soul.
So
you can't
have
leave,
to text.
You have to.
So
there's no other contact.
You messaged me when we were in the theater about I'm about to have an interesting text conversation with these people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did you just call? That's my first mind.
Oh, really? Fair enough.
That's exactly what I thought. Like, why did he just call him? Maybe he knows something I don't. He's been with them longer than me. He's
got like a direct text line.
Hey,
texting is quicker.
My nigga, I'm not one to judge if I feel like I don't always try to be the nigga that thinks he's the smartest motherfucker. So I instantly will think that someone else has already thought of what I thought of. So I'm gonna think of something else. I'm like, okay, it can't be the obvious because they would have done the obvious.
It must be out of my periphery.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let them handle it.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, that's you, brother.
That's you, brother. You let me know how I go.
Yeah. So, so that's another interesting thing, though. And I imagine that's probably how they're able to save money. There's no phone line whatsoever for the company.
I hear that.
So yeah, good for them.
Y'all some niggas. The more I start thinking about it,
like these are some niggas.
Right, the fact that it's black owned now, these some niggas, bro.
Some niggas.
Wait, you know what? We ain't gonna have no phone. We gonna have them texts all the time. Yeah. Boondocks told y'all that was nigga technology years ago.
They said it. So I'm texting them today, saying, "Hey, guess what? I got the same error message." They're like, "Oh, really? Well, we checked your account. Seems like there's nothing wrong with your account. Why don't you send me a picture of the error message?" I'm like, "Oh, you thought you was gonna slip me up? Boom! I already had the error message screenshot it, baby.
Ready.
I was ready to show it to you. Boom! There you go. So it takes a little minute to upload. So I'm thinking, I got you, but it takes a couple more seconds to upload. All right. So it loads, and she's like, and they don't even respond to the picture like, "Oh, this error message means such and such and such." They just kind of gloss over that shit almost to the point like, well, maybe we've never really dealt with this issue before. We don't know what this is. Nobody said this error message means you've done this or you've done that. If you get an error message, it's your company, your app.
Bitch, you
should know what this error message means.
Yes.
And they had no fucking clue.
Error number 443A should have something connected to y'all little staff book or something.
That's how fucking technology, at least to my understanding, that's how the technology works. But okay, cool, whatever. Y'all don't know, y'all don't have a phone number, and you don't know your error message. It should be how
organization works. Even before we got technology, son. If there's a rule book or some handbook or whatever, if there's an
index, something. I mean, okay.
Come on. Get your card catalog together, y'all.
So I send them the picture. They get the picture, and they're like, "Oh well." So how about this? Restart your phone. They don't even respond to the picture. Like, "Oh, well, restart your phone and let's see if that solves your problem." So before I figure that, because I don't trust these motherfuckers, I'm like, I send them a text before I turn my phone off, and I say, well, all right, I'll do that. But in the event that doesn't work and this conversation is deleted, which is what happens with them, because once they close the conversation, that's it. So once this conversation is deleted, how do I get back to this point? Or will I have to re-explain everything to you that just happened? Yeah,
because that's what I'd be afraid of online sometimes when you go through those. Let's troubleshoot through chat. Right. Is this a real person? If it's not a real person, I don't really want to talk.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with this. Not at all. No Skynet. No Skynet.
Shouts out to Cable. All of them.
Right. Shout out to Terminator. But yeah. So they I send them. I shoot them that and say, hey, what's gonna happen? Like, how do we deal with this right now? Because I'm thinking I want to tell them like, hey, the movie's starting. Because I think at one point. When you text me, were the trailer starting or was the actual movie starting?
I text you when the actual movie was just starting.
Oh wow, damn, that was that much in the beginning. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was waiting for the trailer. I listen, give my niggas the trailers, but when that bitch started Marvel, I'm like, okay,
oh no, because when you text me, I thought that's what you did, so I hyped it up a little bit more. I was like, okay, let's get this shit done. So they said that when I turned my phone back on, because I didn't get a message, I just turned it off and shut it off and prayed for the best. When I turned it back on, I was able to go back to the message
screen,
and the reply that they sent me was, well, if all else fails, we'll just manually check you in. The movie started at 11:30. It's 11:40 right now. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you just do that from the beginning?
From jump.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Guess what? Just restarted my phone. Mm-hmm. This is me back from the restart. I need you to manually check me in.
Oh, did.
Guess what the next response was?
What's up?
Well, I sent them the time to the movie theater, everything, just to make sure there was no questions that was going to take another 10-minute response. So I'm like, can you check me into the 11:30 Deadpool 2 at Broad Theater in New Orleans, Louisiana? I'm like making sure I got all the shit
together.
Right. So they send it back. They shoot me back. Guess what they asked me? They say, how much is the ticket?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how much the fucking ticket is. Because, here's the thing. Because, you don't have to answer that fucking question in the app.
Right.
If you're manually doing it, just hit the button, go to my account, hit that button and do it.
I just want this
I
one
just
ticket.
want the fucking
give
ticket.
Me this one ticket.
So I'm like, sir, because they were real cool with me too. They were like, I've heard if you buy the ticket and send them the thing, they'll, reimburse you, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, cool, appreciate you. They were real cool trying to be accommodating and shit. So I'm like, sir, how much is the ticket? And he said, $8. I'm like, all right, cool, $8. No. So I sent it to him, and they're like, okay. It took them maybe 2-3 minutes. Okay, we've got you checked in. But for future reference, don't check in before you get to the movie theater because you only have 30 minutes. That's when they sent me that bullshit. I'm like, no, motherfucker. This is my first rodeo. I know how this shit works. Check my account. I've seen multiple fucking movies. Right. This is the first time this has ever happened. I know how this shit works. Right. Don't tell I'm a very hoe. And then the movie had started. Right, you'd already texted me the movie had started. So my initial thought is just go into the theater. Don't worry about sending him anything back. Right. But Petty Marty decided that he was gonna send him a text saying that this is my first motherfucking rodeo. Right. I know how this shit works.
Bitch.
And I wouldn't. And I only check in when I'm at the theater. I only check in when I'm at the theater, and I never check in and don't retrieve the tickets. I never do that. Right. So that's not an issue. So I send them that, and I just walk into the theater. I don't see anything else. So about 1 o'clock, I check my watch just to sort of see where we're at, right? And I see that they sent me something. I'm like, I'm not gonna read that right now.
You're gonna blow me. You're not gonna blow me.
You're gonna blow me right now, yeah. Because I know y'all gonna say, if y'all say anything smart, we're gonna have another. Right. Y'all probably gonna close the conversation, so I can't say nothing back.
Whatever.
But, whatever.
I know you're gonna do something.
But when we were walking out of the theater, that's what I was
looking at.
I was reading that. I was trying to read what they said basically. And they're like, well, I see you were able to check in. Enjoy your movie. This is a link to frequently asked questions. Motherfucker.
They had to be light shade.
Dude.
He said, he said go hit you with a little light shade, son. Well,
another thing too, though. Wait, woman. Let me
run it in, because I got a story too.
Oh, you do? Oh, fair enough. Oh, cool. Go. All right. So I messed up when I initially signed up. I think I might even mention this on one show or another. But anyway, I messed up my email address when I first signed up. Got everything else right, but I forgot the T or the Y or something, right? In my instead of Marty, it was Mary or something.
Oh, Mary, even worse.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, okay, cool. Hey guys, been trying to get him to do this since I signed up. Finally got somebody who said, hey, tell me exactly what you wanted to say and I'll change it for you. I'm like, cool. You know what's missing? The T.
Right, that's it.
It's missing, right? So they're like, cool, it's been fixed. And they close the conversation, so I can't say anything back to them. Go to my account, check my email address. Guess what's now missing? The Y. So I'm like, oh my God.
So now you're marked. You were married.
And I was Mary Edwards.
Now you're marked.
Now Marty Edwards. But dude, here's another trippy thing, right? This is what makes me kind of feel like either I'm something's getting lost in translation. I feel like I might be talking to a computer because
I'm getting trolled.
My nigga, I typed in and I went back to check because I can't say anything, but the conversation is still there. I typed in Marty Edwards 504. I typed it in exactly how it's supposed to be, and somehow they still fucked it up. So I don't really know.
It's like a New Orleans McDonald's worker, man.
Oh my God! Yes. But that's the last one. I can't stand him, man.
That's so trippy. So
what's your story?
What was your first viewing though? How was it? Like you was cool? Okay, see that's I'm flip flop.
First thing I saw was Justice League, and it went off without a scene.
No, I mean of Deadpool.
Oh, of Deadpool. Oh, my bad.
Because this was your second viewing, right?
Mm-hmm. First viewing. I still feel the same way. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more. I laughed a lot the first time, and the audience in this audience, they laughed, I'd say roughly about just as much, but there was certain places where there was laughter that there wasn't in the first one, so I missed a lot of the jokes the first time around, and this time I was able to catch a few of them.
That second viewing was, because what happened with me was, like, for the first viewing, you already know, like, because at first I thought this movie dropped on Friday, but you know, the early joints is on that Thursday night, so when I saw it was on that Thursday night, dog, my movie pass was burning in my fucking pocket. I was like, oh shit, Thursday night, nigga. So I'm like, all right, so let me see, who I hit up people, I'm like, who trying to see this bitch? And I knew you already said you was going to see it on Saturday. My nigga, Heem said he was going to be, he had a rehearsal. Alpha Joe said he had no money right quick, he had to wait till the weekend. D-Mac, everybody was doing something, and I know J.Steel was like, man, she was free to go see it, because I figured J.Steel, she usually have something with, that's Thursday, she usually got a kid. So I'm like, okay, I feel like no one is free, but J.Steel said she free, cool, whatever. Dope. So I'm ready though. I'm like, okay, so time is ticking, time is moving or whatever. I know we gotta get there by like 6:30, because you know, on openings for any comic joint, if you want to get a good seat, fuck whether people gonna sell out or not. Sometimes it might not even sell out, but your seat gonna suck like hell, son. And I'm like, dog, I'm not trying to have my seat suck like hell. I already planned. I'm gonna see it this one time in theaters, and I'm gonna see it the second time when we review how we do us. You know what I mean? Quiet, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So I'm in that bit, dog, and like, okay, like I'm waiting for J.Steel. This motherfucker, like, she hit me up. She like, man, I'm in this crazy ass traffic. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna fuck up. She's like, you think it's gonna sell out? I was like, no, it's not gonna sell out. I'm gonna buy your ticket. Bought her ticket, so I'm like, okay. So I already went against the whole the reason for the movie pass, because I just bought a ticket. Yeah, but whatever, nigga, whatever. No, I ain't tripping. I get your ticket, girl. So now I'm waiting. Now I got my movie pass in one hand. I got the ticket information in my phone, and I'm just like, all right, come on, J.Steel, let's go, because I know even though it's right up the street, right, motherfuckers gonna be in that bitch, dude.
Parking is only for the select few.
This motherfucker, no offense, I call everybody motherfucker, but this motherfucker show up. Like, I want to say, it's not even on her, son, because once again, like, she was battling traffic, she was battling having to get a kid, she had to drop her kid off with her mom, it was all kinds of shit she was trying to do, juggling within, it was like she got off, it was within 2 hours time, but when you throw all the other shit into it, you know it really fucked it up. But I was drove, because I'm sitting here thinking like, man, like, I'm waiting. I don't know everything that's going on with you at the time. In the hindsight, I got to find out all the details. But at the time, I'm just like, this motherfucker taking all day. Come on, man. Come on, motherfucker. Come on. I already know.
Run that door.
Come on. So like the movie started for like 7. Motherfucker get there like 6:50, 6:55, son. Get here, son.
Okay, got it.
Son. So then we ride up. To Broad Street. Luckily, it's like 7 minutes away, but still we had to park. Parking was a bitch. I almost said, look, nigga, you just hop out and you just
get the seats.
Go get our seats, son. But like right as I was about to say that, we found a parking spot. So nigga finally parked. Nigga walking fast as shit. I'm like, all right, nigga, gotta get there. Or whatever. I already know the previews have started. I ain't fucking tripping. Previews or whatever.
Right.
Get there to the lady. It's her first freaking date. You hear me? It's her first freaking day, and she doesn't know. I tell her off the dump. I say I have a movie pass, and I bought a motherfucking ticket already. You feel me? So I just need you to, I just need to get in here. So she said, oh no problem. I got you. I was like, 2 tickets. I got 1-on-1. This lady here first, she took the confirmation of the ticket for Fandango, and then after she did that, she didn't know how to put it with the movie pass. She was freaking confused. She did not know what to do. So they should have called somebody else and get them to try to figure it out. But this chick knew what to do. But this white lady kept on talking too fucking much. Like the white lady was the first one, was talking too fucking much, and the other chick was like, "All right, bro, just get to the problem." So this is still time expending, and this still my nerves getting bad as fuck, dog. I'm so drove, dog. I'm so goddamn drove.
It's only when you're in a rush when that sort of thing happens. It never happens when you have all fucking day. It's only when you're in a rush.
We finally get in there, dude. And the only row that's open is the front row.
The front row.
My dude. When I say the only thing that was open was the front row, my nigga, we had to sit on the edge of the very front row, meaning, nigga, I barely saw shit. Like, you know what I mean? That ain't in the middle when I look up at Adam's apple galore. No, nigga, we're on the edge of the front row, son. And I'm sitting there, drove as fuck. Ankle front. J.Steel was on the very last seat, and I was on the one that was close to the screen. And if I wasn't as mad, my gentlemanly side would have let her sit at least there. I felt bad like halfway through, like damn, I got her on the last one. I felt bad shit, but no, nigga. When I say I was so mad that for the first, I'm gonna say 20 minutes of the movie, I found it funny, but I couldn't laugh.
You couldn't enjoy it. Yeah.
I couldn't laugh. Like there were certain jokes that hit. It was like, dog. It's like my brain went. That was humorous. It's like I know that it's funny. Ha. Like inside, like not one joke hit, not a smile hit.
Allow me to laugh.
Nothing will allow me. Dude, I was mad. I was so fucking mad, son. I'm just sitting there, eyes just up at the screen, seeing half of the screen, already in there knowing I'm gonna have to pay to watch this again. This is once again the antithesis as to why I got this damn movie pass.
Right.
Nigga. And movie pass already didn't pass that bullshit of saying you only can see a movie one time. So, nigga, so now in all I have paid twice. Really in a weird way 3 times because I am paying for movie pass. So I paid 3 times to see Deadpool now. I only got one truly enjoyable viewing. Because the first time, like I said, about 20-25 minutes in, I settled in, and once again, your eyes adjust.
By what point in the movie you think that was when you kind of like, when you settled into that?
Let me try to think of
like
what was the first time that I laughed out loud. Okay. It probably had to be somewhere during... Okay, it was certain times that started lighting me up when Deadpool was, interacting with Colossus is always funny. Deadpool, the little boy. But I think what really like calmed me down was either during the X-Force interviews or the epic freaking jump out the plane. I think I just had to just warm up by that point. Definitely.
You know what the second? Well, so it did. I'm so sorry for your first viewing.
Son, the first viewing was horrible.
But the second one, were you able to enjoy it?
I loved it the second time because I got a better seat. I didn't have all the excess baggage of everything else that went down. Right. You feel me? But but
how did J.Steel feel about it?
She liked it. I mean, because the thing is this, when you she could tell I was pissed off, and and she knew part of it was her fault on a level of, she got there late. A lot of it wasn't on her is the reason why she got there late, but it's like my nigga, like she apologized at one point for trying to push too much into it. She should have just said no. Because if she would have said no, I just would have went by myself. I just been in that bitch. I'd have been good. But I was an asshole by not calming down a little quicker. But I couldn't control myself at that point because it wasn't just her. It was the situation of her getting there late, but then it was also getting there kind of still on time. We got there time for previews, and then it was the Murphy's Law effect, and then the cashier, it was all this shit put together, and then you throw the seats on top of it. Because I knew if we'd have got in there, even if we'd have gotten there and got good seats late, I'd have still been good because I could still see the film. But I knew. Who's going to have to review this? Ain't no way I'm going to give a good enough review and I don't even see half the goddamn screen. The other half of the screen is foreign to me. Like, what's happening over there? See that this time I saw buku parts of the fight scenes that I didn't even know happened.
Dude, I didn't even realize, and we'll get to it, but I didn't even realize at the very end that somebody comes back at the very, very end. And I'm like, oh shit. I didn't even see that the first fucking time around.
Oh man, so we've been doing all this talking, man. Might as well cancel the show at this point. Should have been canceled the show.
Let's do it, man.
So what's going on, y'all, man? Welcome back to Reviewing That. We reviewing that pool today, y'all. This is that actor guy, man. Martin Bats Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it Mr. Outer, you ain't gonna find me. Represent the FlyWithBats Podcast. You can send us all of your commentary, your questions, anything you gotta say to be part of the conversation. The FlyWithBats@gmail.com. And if you want to be part of the Reviewing That conversation, send your situations to reviewingdat@gmail.com. And I'm here with part of Reviewing That crew, man. What's good?
Yeah, with your favorite host. Your favorite host, Marty, Marty Edwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. That goes out to you, Movie Pass. You're missing a Y now. you're missing a Y. You can find me, though, at lowrainpictures.com. Click on the Your30 tab, where I co-host a show with the Arrogant Observer called Your30 with Marty and the Arrogant Observer. Check us out. Appreciate ya.
And yeah, definitely check him out because I didn't troll him this time, but
You didn't troll? Yeah, you didn't.
we responded to their clapback because you know the Your30 Podcast, the FlyWithBats Podcast, are currently having a challenge. It's called 6 Degrees of Black Panther, where you have to connect actor that the other side chooses to someone in Black Panther. And their newest episode, they answered our last one,
and we put bats in it, baby.
I just can't wait. I can't wait to hear their response.
Oh,
I can't. It's gonna be funny because because spoiler alert, y'all replied to the wrong dude.
Oh, did we? Okay, so full disclosure then. Okay, let's do this then. Let's unpack all of this then.
We said
I'm gonna be real with my nigga. I'm gonna be real with my nigga because he's my nigga. I didn't know what y'all was talking about initially. I had to, because I was like, I don't want none of this shit to ever get out that I didn't know who this was. So I'm gonna wait till I get in front of this nigga. And I'm looking at him in his eye, and I asked him who the fuck this is. Like, we even did a whole search thing to make sure we were talking about the right person, to make sure we were looking at the right guy. Y'all mentioned him. And we fucked up the wrong... Wait, I don't understand. Who was it supposed to be?
Robert Doakey Sr.
That's who I said. He was like, he told me I fucked. No. I'm telling you, I was putting him. Oh fuck! I forget what I did. Doakey I Sr. did it with him before we recorded.
He was in RoboCop.
I'm sorry. I'm on night. Okay, Arrogant Observer. He's not gonna fucking hear this.
He's not gonna hear
He's not gonna hear this.
Because he's not gonna watch
I'm gonna play it for him. Fuck it.
He's not gonna watch Deadpool.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna see him before he hears it, if anything. But yeah.
Because as soon as I heard it, I was like, they went in the wrong direction. Because
That's who I did the first one, and then he was like, no, they're I think he's talking about senior.
No,
I'm junior, and I was like, okay, I don't know who that guy is.
No,
so boom, motherfucker.
We meant
I knew it.
Because the thing is,
I knew it.
Alpha Joe picked that one.
That's who I looked.
And I said, Junior, because we know Junior personally. That's a friend. It's a friend of mine. It's a friend of ours.
Yeah, he said.
So I was like, why are we gonna do Junior? I don't want to do Junior because that's our nigga. He was like, no. Joe's like, no, I want Senior because once again, he was in RoboCop. So I thought it'd be fun for y'all to have to go find that out. Like, oh, this nigga was in RoboCop. That's what's up.
I told this. See, man. Yeah. He knew he should have let me play it for him.
See.
I knew he didn't fucking remember. That's what it was. That nigga didn't remember exactly. He didn't quite remember. Because when I mentioned it, he was like, he was like, wait, what was the whatchamacallit? And I was like, Dokwe, I don't know who that is. But hold on, pause. and we looked it up. And he was like, no, fuck that.
So yeah, go listen to the last FlyWithBats episode. We had a lot of fun with that.
Yo, man, I feel that double the fun now, man. We up there just riding and we just rolling around in it and we all raw.
We had so much fun with that.
Shit is this?
So yeah, subscribe to both podcasts, baby. We're here right now to talk Deadpool Part 2. It's just the two of us this time. I had a miscommunication situation with our co-host, man. So to be absolutely transparent, all right, so most times when we do the movie reviews, Alpha Joe is usually here for when we do comic movie reviews. Usually when we do the TV stuff, it's J.Steel. So since once again me and J.Steel had that horrible situation of seeing it the first time, and I knew she wasn't gonna get a chance to see it a second time to really be able to have a true judgment. Right. I was like, all right, Alpha Joe already told me he wanted to see it on Sunday. Yeah. I'll just rope him in and like normal, because at first Alpha Joe was saying he wasn't gonna be able to see it until next weekend. Oh, wow, and I'm about to go out of town to California on Tuesday, and I was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I want to get this review done and up before I go on this trip, and I have till next weekend to wait. So when Joe hit me up this morning, it was like, nigga, I could go today. I was like, all right, let's go today. Now, I'm already assuming, I'm thinking I already told him, look, we're going to review this afterwards. That's why I said Marty coming to movies too, because we're reviewing this. But I didn't communicate to him.
I heard you laughing in the theater, Joe. Just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
I knew where y'all were in position just because I kept hearing him laugh out every so often.
Because
I was like, I knew where y'all were.
It's that first time viewing, you hear me?
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So Joe was like, my nigga, I want to do it, but I already had made plans right after this. So I was like, son, so it's just the Martys this time because, J.Steel can't get away. And Alpha Joe had plans and such. But the next time we get up with J.Steel, when we review the next episode of Reviewing Them Dead White People, we're going to definitely take some time out to ask her, the female perspective, her side of it, because that's one of the best reasons to have J.Steel through. She gives a point of view that neither of us can have.
Well, actually, no. You told I want to go deeper, man. You told your side of the story. I want to have her side of the story. Like I want her to tell us what traffic was like.
Oh, yeah, and since I just gave this, and I think it's good that I told my side without her here.
Right, yeah, right, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too,
when she comes through, she get to tell her side of the story, as well as her experience with seeing it from one side. Because the thing is, and I can't front too, part of the thing that kind of calmed me down into, when I was mad was, at a point, like, she was like, you could tell she was, like, disjointed, because she could tell I had, I was mad. And at a point, you could tell when she just stopped giving a fuck. And I just heard her joke the fuck out to my left. Like, joke the fuck out, like, uncontrollably.
This shit is funny.
So, uncontrollably. So, I'm like, everybody around me laughing. The motherfucker I came here with is joked out. Right. And like I said, inside my soul, this is humorous. I see the humor. I feel it. After a while,
the Grinch's heart is growing bigger. It grew 2 times its normal size.
That's exactly what the fuck happened, dog. So like,
I'm happy, man.
Yeah, so this was an experience, man. Before we even get into the movie, this was a freaking experience for both of us.
It was, man. Yeah. So, but I can't wait to get her side.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So. How are we gonna start with this one, man? How are we gonna start with Deadpool?
So how about what were your feelings about the first one, man?
All right, initial thoughts. All right, one thing I'm gonna say off the dump. One thing I'm gonna say is, and let me see if you can. Let me move the microphone closer. Let me move the microphone. Let me see if you could. If you see where I'm coming from with this. The first movie, the Deadpool 1, I think is a more streamlined and technically better film.
Agreed.
But I like Deadpool 2 more.
On
my nerd shit. Like, I don't know, something about Deadpool.
Fair enough. No, I'll give you that.
I'm going to watch, I feel like I'm going to watch Deadpool 2 more than I watched Deadpool 1. Even though I recognize that Deadpool 1's a better film.
Well, I have watched bits and pieces of it. I don't think I haven't watched it from beginning to end before, but I do own it, and I don't even think I've opened it yet.
Well, Deadpool 1?
Yeah, Deadpool 1. Yeah, so I feel that Deadpool 1, surprisingly, is the superior film to 2. While I have 2 still freshly in my head right now and have a lot of like fun moments and stuff, the thing that I dug about the first movie is how they kind of gave us the same scene, the same action scene, really, 3 times, and still kind of made it fresh. And then they had a little bit of money left for one big action set piece at the very end, and that really delivered on the movie, on tone, everything.
1 has the advantage of being first.
Yeah. And fresher.
And
it's sort of,
it's style, it's humor, it's everything in one. We were like two, you know what I mean? No matter what, 2 came second, so it's not going to be as surprising, even though I was joked out all through 2, dog. They still hit me. They did their style to the best of their style.
Yeah, speaking on, I guess, because, that's what we're here to talk about, Deadpool, but speaking on solely on the Deadpool level, Deadpool delivered in spades. It's he never really fell short. But I get, you know what I'm processing it in my head, and I guess I just need to say it out loud, is that just for my own self, I love John Wick 2.
I still haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Fair enough.
I know.
I absolutely love it.
I'm so glad I got the joke about the dog, because, the one
part
I know about John Wick 2 is something happens, his dog gets killed, and that nigga wakes the fuck out. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of this. You ever saw this movie called The Protector?
The Protector. Is it like as a foreign film?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that boy Tony Jaa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the premise of that movie?
The premise of it?
Yeah. What you remember?
Is he like the protector of like might be melding these together. Is he like protector of like elephants or something like that?
Yeah. So peep it. Like he has, his own pet elephant.
Right.
And what happens? They kill that fucking elephant, and what happens?
Man, wigs out.
And so whenever I hear about John Wick, that's the same concept I get in my head.
Yeah. No. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
They killed Tony John elephant. That nigga go and kill everybody. He fucked up everybody. Dog.
Does he use guns? Though?
No, he just beats.
I didn't think so. Yeah. Okay. So
Knees,
imagine
elbows.
Yeah. Imagine that the protector with guns.
With guns.
That's exactly what it is, though. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Wow. I saw that movie. I find it. I felt like that was like one of his first like American films or something like that. Yeah, that movie's a little foggy in my head. It feels like
it was like high school. It came out when we were in high school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
If it wasn't high school, it was at least freshman year.
Like freshman year. Yeah. Right.
Some shit like that.
That's
I just know.
Right. Yeah.
It's years and years ago. I remember seeing that movie because there's two American martial arts movies that I remember just part of my like growing up and like teenage and college years and shit that was so inherently not Americanized to me. And one of them is that one, Protector. Another one is this Michael Jai White joint called Blood and Bone.
Blood and Bone.
It's still on Netflix, most likely.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Most times when I watch American martial arts movies, you could kind of tell the choreography. Like you can kind of, and I ain't hating, but you could kind of, I don't know, something about it. I can still get into the story and such, but when you see some of those foreign joints that really take it there, because that's another thing too. Some of the foreign films, they bask in the choreography of it, and they make it almost like a dance to watch purposely. But like some of the more brutal joints that I've ever seen were like foreign films, and sometimes like with Protector and Blood and Bones, that brutality mixed in with the poetry that's in the art of fighting. Are just you dig, and they stick out to me to this day. And to see Michael Jai White do it, black man, like this man was doing all kind of crazy shit in that movie, and it's not a well-known movie. That trips me out. But it's on Netflix. It's been on Netflix for years.
Yeah, you should check
it out. It's called
it out.
Blood and Bone.
I'm gonna check it out.
Michael Jai White kicks all the ass, and what the funny part is, the soul of that film is a samurai tale. It's no one knows his history. He's the lone traveler coming through because he got a hidden vendetta that he's trying to freaking squash, and he's there to kick that ass, and then afterwards go back on his wherever the fuck he gonna go. It's like he made a black American samurai tale, and he made it modern, and it was cool shit. So
it sounds cool. Well, no, okay. So what I was gonna say about John Wick 2, love that movie. It is by far like the best action film. I want to say it came out either 2016, 2017, but it was the best action film of that year, and really like one of the things that sort of sits with me. It's one of those movies for me where if it's just say, because we have to leave the television on for the my girlfriend's bird, so it's there's something's always on. But if I was ever to walk past and that's on, I have to stop and watch it. I may be late for work. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
part 2 in particular.
There's a certain point where
part 1 was a better movie, but part 2 was more fun, and that's what made me think about this too. When you say that
part 1 had all the stakes and stuff really in it, and then part 2 is sort of like batshit. It lays like part 1 lays like this foundation. This is how the world works and stuff, and then you just kind of dive right back into it. Because I think even in the trailer they say the character says, I've been trying to get out, but you just keep pulling me back in, and da 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 da. And it's like in this second movie, he's really in the world. He's back as John fucking Wick, the big bad boogeyman. And it's like there's a certain point where it's just nonstop action, and it never really loses any momentum or adrenaline. It's just it's quite perfection.
Yeah.
I struggled to find something really bad to say about it, but anyway, love it. Shit. Yeah, I love it. So hearing that one of those guys is directing this movie, and there's going to be more action and stuff in it, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I mean, in the trailer, I saw him slice a guy's head off, clean, and then kick that motherfucker before it was able to fall off the neck itself, which we saw in the opening scene. Yep. But, I just had high expectations for the action sequences in here. And I only really remember for a couple, even watching it a second time, that's really what it was. There wasn't really a lot of gun fu, which Deadpool has guns, but somehow John Wick would outdo the fuck out of him with his guns. I don't understand how. I don't know. It's just, I guess they're two different characters. I get that, but I guess my expectations because of the creativity, the joy, the fun behind it. I just kind of thought it would translate into this world even better. And
I think they took him up. I fuck with that. But this one I'm gonna say on this level. On what you're saying. John Wick is playing to action films, and Deadpool is playing to comedy.
Right. Yeah.
Because even in the midst different. Because even if you look at in the midst of all that action, the crazy shit could be going on freaking screen on this film, but it's the comedy, like, because when he's on a large montage of all these people he's killing, his voiceover was where your focus is, even though all this zany shit is happening.
Yeah, and I was sad that I missed some of that stuff because I know they had made a couple callbacks to that in the movie.
This is America so many times.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh shit!
Dude.
It did.
It did it so many times, dog.
I forget who said something about I don't know if it was a friend or what, but somebody said that it was the best use of Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 since whatever movie 9 to 5. I guess maybe that was the movie 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But yeah, like that was the best use of her song since that. And I'm not one of those people who likes to be told what to think, but I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I mean, their music cues are crazy.
Oh hell yeah, man! They always get it right. They don't hit a wrong note there at all.
But I just joked out on, like I said, just seeing This Is America, and because like even watching it the second time, specifically trying to see the whole picture because I could this time.
Right.
You feel me?
Got you.
Like I said, like that one scene when that guy's running. We're gonna get to all this shit, but just one for instance, when that guy that shot his girl Vanessa is running, and so much is happening. I think the first time I watched the film, I only could see the guy running, and I'm listening to him talk about how he's gonna, we're gonna get back to him, the guy with the ponytail that's running. And while in the background, Deadpool is setting niggas on fire. He's put a chainsaw to a motherfucker. He thought all kind of shit is happening, and I recognize they did that trick because Donald Glover didn't create that trick with This Is America. I forgot when I was reading up on that. There's there's an actual name for this trick as to where your attention is being put on this, and you don't even focus on anything else but where your attention is at, and all kind of shit can be happening in the background, and that's what you can miss. And there's a point to be made about that. I forget what I wish I remember what they called it, but that it's not even just a trick. It's a freaking it's a test, and it's a test. But yeah, so they did it a few times. That it had me, especially being able to see it a second time, watching the background of things a lot. Like even then when Colossus has him in his arms, and you can see Juggernaut beating the living hell out of him.
Yeah, I saw that too this time. Yeah.
And as I said, but they did it a good 3 times. I could see, and I was like, oh, you fucker. So that's what I'm saying. When you bring up John Wick in this, I have not seen John Wick. I just always hear about how amazing it is. But the first thing I can say, just seeing Deadpool by itself, is because they lean towards the comedy. I think if their aim was to lean towards the action, we would have a different movie. It's almost like looking at the 3 Captain America films. Winter Soldier leaned more so into espionage and action, more so than First Avenger, which was more on like the old school telling of a hero's tale and
in a period piece.
In a period piece style, more so than when you get to Civil War, which is a whole other movie. So it's interesting when when people take on a genre and they decide, okay, this is how I want to tell this story. So I wouldn't be let down that it's not John Wick. They didn't want it to be.
Yeah, no, and I get that. That's not what they're going for, but I guess I just sort of had something.
You put your shit on this.
I did.
That's what happened.
And that's where, and that's sort of where I guess my disappointment kind of comes from. And it's like, it's not, and also too, it's not that I wanted necessarily John Wick, but I was expecting them to do a Deadpool, like if John Wick can do this, wait to see what Deadpool can do.
And one of the things,
it's like,
see, I'm glad I didn't go in with that information.
Yeah,
because that could kind of sour. Because one thing in particular,
kind of, yeah, but it's still a great movie though. Regardless of that, you still got to give it its props.
Oh, it's a beast movie. But like one thing, because this movie made me happy. Because oftentimes when I listen to podcasts, other reviewers, and they got people out here who say that they don't watch any trailers, any teasers. They like to go on the movies fresh.
I know, dude.
And,
how do you do it?
I don't know how they do it. I was like, I don't know. I love trailers. I love teasers and such. But I didn't see the only trailers for Deadpool 2 I saw were the play trailers that he created. So a lot of the jokes, like for instance, this is one joke in particular that I heard was in the trailers that I'm so glad I didn't see in the trailers. The Thanos joke.
I didn't see that either. I didn't know when that was coming. But I knew, I was like, he can't not do it. He's got to make some sort of mention.
I'm glad that I figured he would do it, but I didn't see it for real in the trailer. If I saw that in the trailer,
I didn't see that in the trailer.
I'd have been
wow.
pissed.
There's a trailer where he does it?
Someone said it, and I was like, bro, and that makes me want to start leaning towards,
not watching the trailer.
At least not.
There's certain shit you know you're gonna see anyway, though.
At least not trying to know everything there is to know about a lot of these films. 'Cause I'm a comic book nerd, so I oftentimes know who's writing it. I will follow every step of the way on a lot of these films, and like it just made me think about it. Even still, with what you said about knowing that the John Wick director guys were the fight choreographers were supposed to be coming on to this. I would have come in with that if I'd have seen John Wick and would have had that baggage as well. There's no reason that I understand fully, why you would think, oh shit, the Wick motherfucker over there? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like finding out that, like, I don't know, Spike Lee just took over freaking Black Lightning or something. You're like, oh shit, Black Lightning might be different. Like, you know what I mean?
Man, Black Lightning about to start killing cops.
Black Lightning about to be long. We about 2-hour episodes and a whole lot of preaching. But
can't wait to see Black Lightning in there patented Spike Lee shot.
Lightning just anyway, shouts out to Spike Lee. Black Klansman look like it's gonna be amazing. But yeah. So on to the pool. It was interesting. I want to say the different ways they flip certain characters. Cable, for instance, they didn't lean hard on. There's a lot about Cable that they I'm glad that they stripped down because he has a very convoluted backstory. Son of Cyclops, and Madeline Pryor, and dude, they snuck a Madeline Pryor. I saw it the second time. A Madeline Pryor Easter egg. Okay, for people that know, Madeline Pryor is the clone of Jean Grey. All right, so for the longest, people thought that Cable was Cyclops and Jean Grey's son, but it's Mr. Sinister, who other evil motherfucker that be on some other shit, created this clone of Jean Grey that Cyclops didn't know about. So when he got with Madeline Pryor, Cable's their son, and at one point, Cable got this virus or whatever. So the only way the virus could be treated is if they as it was in the future. So Cyclops basically sent his son to grow up in the future because the virus that he had is this techno-organic virus that turns his freaking limbs into metal. That's how come you see he's half metal. It's not it's not.
I thought he was like a robot or something.
Nah, ain't no robot shit. It's the fact that virus is taking over his body and shit, and it's only like his powers and shit. Because the thing is, he's like one of the most powerful mutants. That's something else they didn't throw in the movie. The fact that he got that Jean Grey shit. You hear me? He got the freaking Professor Xavier telekinesis. He got the telepathy. He has the freaking. He can shoot beams and shit. He got all kind of shit going on with him. But a lot of it he uses to keep that freaking messed up virus at bay, so it won't take over his whole body. He's just a big metal chunk and shit. So so I'm glad. But that's a lot to explain. I'm glad they stuck to this is Cable. He's from the future.
He's got a metal arm.
He's got a metal arm.
He's got some metal skin underneath there.
And a vendetta.
He's a little bit of a robot.
In the comics, also, Hope is not his real daughter in the comics. In the comics, she's this mutant savior chick that popped up that looked a lot like Jean Grey. So for the longest, people thought she was like some other incarnation. Because the thing is, Jean Grey just came back to life in comics like a couple of months ago. So she's been dead for like decades. And there are always these, through the Phoenix and shit, there's always these hints of other characters that have popped up that people are like, is that Jean Grey coming back? Is that some... So Hope was one of those, but she was said to be some messiah that was going to save the race or some shit. So what Cable was doing, Cable knew that even her being born, if I remember this right, she was the first mutant born after the whole M-Day situation where Scarlet Witch wiped out like damn near all the mutants. And whatever. She's like, Scarlet Witch is crazy powerful, son. And like she after some fight, man, she warped reality and said no more mutants, and reality changed. That's when M-Day popped off. And what's funny is there's a little sign at one point of this film where they say M-Day is coming or some shit. I was like, oh, I see y'all bitches. But like, so M-Day was where like, there was no more mutants and everything was different. Everybody didn't have powers. Things was different. And I believe, I remember reading this comic years ago. If I remember right, Wolverine was the only one that could still remember shit how it was. And it was like tasking him to fix shit. But I just got sidetracked. Anyway, where was I? Oh, with Hope. So Hope. So when that happened, when shit got turned back to normal, for the No More Mutant shit, mutants came back, but like 2/3, like I would say like 85% of the population of mutants was wiped out. Like there were no mutants being born and shit. They was like gone. So she was like one of the first ones born. So that made her a big deal. So Cable just like took under his wing and just wanted to protect her from anybody that would freaking try and kill her. And she became like his surrogate daughter. And like they'll just take these little time travel trips and shit. And he was just like. They ran for a minute. That became his daughter. So it was a nice little shout out later when he said my daughter's name is Hope. There's like, oh, okay, I see how y'all made that way simpler. Way simpler. It's just his regular ass daughter from his wife.
Still a daughter you expect.
Hey, it works.
Just not a lot of talking about it.
Well, some comic shit just to throw up in there. Domino, I love Zazie Beetz. How she?
Oh man, dude, yeah, she's damn.
Yeah,
didn't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Look out, man. I'm sure we're gonna be seeing a lot more of her.
This is gonna blow her up, dog. Like
I think so.
She owned every moment she was in.
I think we'll get to that, I guess, at the very end. But I was very impressed with her here. I only really have her in Atlanta. That's the only place I'm familiar with her. I'm sure she's doing other stuff. I'm just
that's a curious thing. I wonder what else has she done besides. Because the thing is, Atlanta. On Atlanta, you noticed this when we were talking about reviewing them dead white people. Sometimes I get crushes on a character, not necessarily the person playing the character, but just the character themselves. Right. I love that character. So Vanessa on Atlanta, I'm a fan of Vanessa. For whatever reason, I got this crush on her. Okay, we pulled up Zazie Beetz, IMDb. Let's see a bunch of shorts don't really.
Geostorm? She was in Geostorm?
I remember auditioning for that. Whoa. Solars Point, never saw it. Find it. So these are things that never really popped. Margaret versus Lily. That was its miniseries. So it's really easy as a TV series. Never heard of it. So Atlanta was her biggest thing. Looks like. Yeah. That's up here.
Deadpool is gonna,
Deadpool gonna pop her. But like, I always said.
X-Force.
Yeah, that's coming, so we're gonna talk about that.
Oh, cool.
And you see all these things that's popped up since being in Atlanta. So Atlanta is the thing that really popped up, apparently. But I always had a crush on Vanessa. So I just got booked in a movie with her in it. I got a scene with her. Like,
really?
Yes, this one right here that says Untitled Babak Anvari Project.
Is that what is that?
Man, it's an interesting movie.
It's, like a thriller? Or?
It's a thriller. It's starring Armie Hammer, who, funny enough, was supposed to be Batman in the old Justice League movie that got canceled.
Oh, really?
Remember years ago, we was like in high school or some shit, that Justice League, but they had a writer's strike, so that movie never happened. And what? Yeah, and I remember Armie Hammer, he was cast to be that Batman, and I was like, and funny enough, when I'm meeting him in person, and I see why they wanted him as Batman. Like, I've met him, he's a tall cat. I can see if he put on some muscle and shit. I can see, and just cool dude. Like, I can see it. I can see why he's booked. Because back in the day, I didn't see it. The only thing he had done was, Social Network. He was the twins.
Oh, yeah, I dug him. I dug him in
Social Network, but I didn't see him as Batman. I was like, you might be interested in Bruce Wayne, but I just didn't see it when he was cast. I thought he was too young. And you gotta remember this too. He was cast as Batman.
Maybe today. I wouldn't have saw it back then.
And he was cast at the height of the Dark Knight series. That Justice League was announced at the same time as Dark Knight was still hot. So it's like, my nigga, you already had a lot working against you. But being around him, I could see it. But once again, I had a scene with him and Zazie Beetz. They play friends / kind of lovers, whatever. It's an interesting thing, but it's a thriller. But let me see. I am right there, motherfucker. Yeah.
Check him out.
But so I remember they had me come through to do a table read, and I remember coming up because I remember when I got booked in this, I was like, oh shit. Vanessa and this motherfucker from Atlanta. Oh shit. Oh, okay. So we're in that table read. I'm trying to play it cool and shit. Cause the thing is, I know nobody really shake me, no matter who I really meet. There's certain people that I'm be excited to meet, like Mahershala Ali. When I was like, oh shit, Mahershala. Nigga. But for the most part, I be chilling. You know what I mean? But she's gorgeous. That's what I say straight up. When I saw her,
I know.
Boy, I was like, yo, she's hot. You feel me?
They downplay it in Atlanta, in my opinion. At least after seeing her in this, I was like, damn, this is what. Looks so vibrant here. What's going on here? That's not happening in Atlanta. What am I not?
Because Domino solidifies my crush now because she was so hot. I was like, oh my goodness. So just running with her, went over for that table read. cool presence, good peoples. I remember walking up to like we was talking about stuff, and I was like playing it like I was trying to play it cool because I'm a super fan of Atlanta. So I'm trying to play it cool. Like, okay, I'm not gonna talk about no Atlanta shit. I ain't about I'm talking about.
It'd be better if you did, right?
Cool. Feel me? Yeah. So I was like, I wanted to talk in Deadpool shit. But I was like, but I think it's real cool that you're a fucking superhero. You know what I mean? Yeah. She was like, yeah, it's tripping me. I was like, yeah, man, I can't wait to see it. So that's the angle I talked on. And then we talking about something about traveling or whatever, and she brought up and this always gonna make me laugh in my head because this is me like totally. This is not normally myself, but I'm saying let me play stupid. So she was talking about traveling, different places she traveled, and she brought up Germany. Now I know being a super fan that I am. Now, I already know that she's half German. I already know that episode of Atlanta where Helen, I think the name of her, that's like based off some true shit. She's like really legitimately half German.
Right. Okay.
So when she's talking about going to Germany and shit, and she spoke on it, I was like, oh, so that episode with you in Atlanta with the German, that was based on some real shit. She's like, yeah, I was thinking in my mind. When I was saying that, I just was punching myself in the throat like, you stupid nigga, you do that shit already.
Why you playing?
Why you being like that, dog? It must have been the glow, but must have been the glow. But I just see. That. I hope much future success for her because like then when we did the actual scene, once again, cool peoples, everybody was cool. Like that's one thing I will say about being on that side of like booking certain films. I don't really run into that many people that you would be like, oh, that was an asshole or anything. Most projects I've been in,
that's pretty cool. People
be cool as shit. Right. So yeah, but like once again, but even in seeing her in those bounds, like seeing her in Atlanta, you see Vanessa, seeing her at that table read. I got to see Zazie. Like once again, her name is not Zazie Beats. She said her name is Zazie. I think I'm still saying it wrong, but like how Zazie just rolls off the tongue, that is not how she pronounces it.
Oh wow!
I remember she cracked a joke. I was like, dang, she said most of the world gets it wrong or some shit like that. I laughed. So I be trying to keep it in my mind and be like, okay, don't say Zazie, bro. But like I say, seeing her in her normal self, seeing her as Vanessa, those are two different versions of her. But seeing her as Domino, man, I just man. And then she swagged the fuck out that role. Like that was a tough.
Yeah, she did.
Because Domino, the character, the powers that was made fun of, and that gave light to it is a hard one to pull off. Like her actual superpower is luck, and they made that shit work.
Oh hell yeah! No, I mean surprisingly, in my head, I guess it is a hard thing to translate to the screen, but like they did it effortlessly. It was very seamless
and charming.
So, yeah, and it's sort of like she fit this role like a glove. I mean, she was perfect casting.
Great casting. Yeah, because there's a certain nonchalance yet like. Witty, super witty. It just
like,
all
there's
works.
Just a comfortable. What do you call it? Like she was comfortable in that skin. It's like she lived in this world. We were just being introduced to her, and
she made Domino her own because that's not Domino is in the comics. Domino's a bit more serious or not. Maybe a bit sardonic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Maybe a bit sardonic. She might get one in, but she really made it her own. You dig? And I'm not a Domino expert, but I mean, because like certain characters, like I remember growing up reading, and certain ones would just like pop up in the stories of the characters I'm reading. So that's how I would get my experience with them or whatnot. So yeah, and she's been in Deadpool. She's partnered with Deadpool in the comics. I mean, a lot of things like seeing Deadpool and Cable link up was like some cool shit. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. I wish we would have got more of that. Actually. Yeah. But I did enjoy that very much. I wanted a lot more.
And I'm glad they went at the nerds' heads about his height because Cable big as fuck in the comics.
Yeah, people. Yeah, so this audience laughed a lot more than the one that my first audience did. Like I guess we didn't really catch that. I didn't realize that he was shorter than he was supposed to be.
Yeah, man. And like some of the most iconic, frames of them is is Hulk and Cable and Deadpool just being the Iron Fist to his Luke Cage. Like that,
really?
That's usually kind of the dynamic of their height situation.
Oh,
you
okay.
feel me? So
fair enough.
And I think Deadpool is actually taller than him in this. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And that's why they want to make light of it. Okay. So let's jump into the movie proper, man. Let's jump into the movie proper. We ain't gonna be able to get into every freaking frame, but
yeah. So I guess just in general, man. Are you laughing at all of the jokes at Logan?
Oh my god!
I mean, how many we could take a drink every time that they make a reference to Logan. That's like very very fresh. Like the first opening monologue talks about how Logan stole his R rating style or whatever.
Yeah, he spoiled the movie in the beginning. That was cool. He said he died.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, now.
And then he
with
he
this
really
movie,
did, he
how
really
did you?
did die.
Yeah, he really did die. Though.
Like,
Yeah, no, that's
Deadpool
what I'm saying.
tells you straight up, like
How did
the
you
last
feel about
movie.
that?
The last movie, he said this is a love story, and
Right.
it was a love story. This one, he said it's a family film.
Right.
And I feel like there's something he probably said at the top of the first movie that really wound up happening, just like in this one. Like they played a lot of the same style from the first one onto the second one. I just feel like they did take it up a notch, and that's what kind of made the movie as a whole, in a way, kind of messy. But I like the mess. And I like the opening film. I'm glad I saw Logan, because if I didn't see Logan, I'd be pissed that you totally spoiled the ending.
Oops, sorry.
Not you. This movie.
This movie.
Did.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You heard me? Like, this movie.
The freaking, the little, I guess, what do you call those things? Music spinners or whatever? I don't know. It's not a music box, but yeah, the little thing where you turn
Well,
it
you turn
and
and he spins on it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, if you never saw Logan, you'd be very mad. Or this would be over your head.
Yeah, hopefully. But then when you saw it, you'd be like, oh, Deadpool.
Right. I think that's what's going to happen to Alpha Joe, because he's never seen Logan.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, but I don't know if he...
What was his response when people were kind of like... Because I missed this part.
I think he was just watching, because I looked at him when it was... I just think it just was something he
kind of
saw.
went over his head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think a
cool.
piece of his brain catches that probably happened in Logan. But I don't think he hit.
Because they make so many references to it. It's like it had to.
I don't think he hit fully. I think if we sat and watched the movie, it'll be what you just said of, oh!
Oh, that's what they were talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And Logan's an amazing movie. Sidebar, son, have you ever heard of that there's some black and white version of this movie called Logan Noir or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
And
if you bought like I have that edition. I never watched it yet.
They say it's cool as fuck in black and white.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I didn't watch it yet.
I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't extremely jazzed about it because my girl hadn't seen it in theater. So when we watched it, we watched like the regular version, for her sake or whatever. But after watching it that second time, like at home, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to watch this again in black and white. And then I proceeded to watch it on television as it came on. So I was like, I guess I would have been willing to watch it in black and white. I just didn't. But I did hear good things about it. It just was something that never really got me really excited to actually do it. But I will do that one day.
And that's for like the super the film hipster types that's like into that heavily. Like, I'll give it a shot, but it's not that I'm running to, because I like the movie as is.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And even the color palette on the movie is very distinct in itself.
Yeah, it works. It really works as is to me. But I'm up for a new remix every so often. So maybe next time. So
Deadpool blows himself up, and we're not knowing why at the time.
Yeah, and he's like, so he takes us back to the very beginning, and we see him kind of. He's moved up in the world. He's taken out international.
Man, he's a super merc, man.
Yeah, he's super merc now, man. Yeah.
And it was a funny opening joke where the guy was speaking to him in, what was it, Cantonese or Mandarin? And he was like, I don't speak that. I just speak Spanish.
And then he says, like, where's the library? And that means I'm going to, like, F you up or something. So that translates to him. But I thought that was pretty cool, though. See, like, this was once again, my expectations are high. We get in here, and there's the scene that we kind of get a piece of this in the trailer.
Oh, when he jumps in on all these Asian people, and then they shoot the fuck out of him, and he's about to take it to town on them. I mean, this whole montage is just him murking people. What's your problem, man?
It's just, I don't know. I guess I was expecting something with a little bit more weight to it. It being a montage.
And we pause. Why does this look so good?
Oh, I don't know. But nothing. We're not really looking at anything.
No, we're not. But
Good observation though.
I paid for this motherfucker 3 times. I didn't even care. But go ahead. What you say? Shit.
So, Deadpool is taking out some. Now,
we're about to watch actually a world tour of him just killing people, and this is nonstop violence.
Yeah, and I was always wondering how some of these scenes worked from the trailer that we got in the trailer, how they would work into the actual film. But now you can see a good bit of them were a part of this montage.
This Tokyo one, he just cut up with niggas' arms. He just slashed freaking throats and esophagus before getting blood in his eye for a very funny scene.
Yeah,
son, this is violence.
Right. You're right.
And this is just the beginning.
This made me laugh too, where he was like. Scoutmaster Jim.
Kevin or something.
Kevin, yeah, that's it.
This dude's even doing, and there's a character that's like called Lady Deadpool that looks just like this in some other dimension that they're doing a call to when he's doing the stripper scene with the blonde wig or whatnot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But Yeah, man, this is a lot of violence happening. Now we at this scene with your guy with the ponytail, and look at if we can describe everything that Deadpool is doing back here. There's a couple people setting on fire. He's shooting off. Once again, all my shit is on everything else, but look at this. He's kicking ass. This guy just swung at him with an axe.
I missed this.
Oh my God, so much violence is happening back
guy
here.
that killed the
Vanessa
girl,
lady.
Vanessa. Okay,
I mean, we know it's spoilers.
Yeah,
all
right. Yeah, it's all
spoilers.
spoilers. But yeah, spoiler. I didn't move because of my movie pass issue. I mentioned in the beginning. I didn't get in until right before she dies, where he kind of shows up.
Chainsaw. Deadpool chainsaws a guy. Now we don't see how he kills this guy.
Yeah, but like, you can see the blood and oh man. Yeah, but you're right. It's a good little bit of action here.
Yes.
I mean, it's just I guess I was expecting a little bit more waves and more interesting deaths.
I stand by if we didn't have the voiceover, if we just watched all those scenes shot to specifically pinpoint on what he's doing, that's action.
It still be action, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
But I understand your expectations, dog.
Yeah.
And
I'm
more than sure
when
I see John Wick, I'm more than sure going to fully understand your expectations even more.
Yeah. You so are, dude. Yeah, it's like, man, fuck the first movie. Just fuck the rules. Just go to that second one. But so we get reintroduced to Dopinder, right? My man, my good old taxi driver. So he has higher ambitions though for himself. He wants to be a hitman.
Contract killer. Not like what they're doing with same shit.
Yeah.
And I like what they're doing with Dopinder, man. I'm glad they brought his character back and
did more with him.
Yeah. He's a very funny guy, and Deadpool sticking with the wall breaking. I love that Ryan Reynolds has captured this character so perfectly. Like we're watching,
it was tailor made for him.
Dude, we're watching, Robert Downey and Tony Stark. We're watching Heath Ledger and Joker. Like there's certain people, like there's certain characters people try them on, and it's them. And Ryan Reynolds, he hits all the beats, like all of them. And so he's in taxi cab with Dopinder. They're talking about what happened on the first movie. We get basically reacclimated to Deadpool's world. And in all of this, they bring us, because there's a thing. There's an air of tragedy about the opening, explosions of his apartment. Just the mere fact he's doing that and looking at these old pictures of him and Vanessa. But you're not exactly sure yet that that's what's going to happen. So they're lulling you into a sense of like comfort by bringing you back to the silliness of his life.
In the very beginning, when he's kind of going through his sad, like I think I'm All Out of Love is that playing when he's in the beginning? I'm
not sure because it's trippy that all this movie happens before we get to the opening credits.
Right? Yeah.
We don't even
you don't even remember. It's like, oh shit, there's opening credits.
Yeah.
But like when he's in this sort of depressive state in the beginning, right before he sort of flicks a cigarette and blows himself up, I'm kind of thinking that she left him. I'm not even thinking it's as tragic as
her
it
dying.
is.
Right.
But once we get to that moment in the scene and everything, it's really kind of telegraphed by the way it's shot, and you can really, really see it the second time around because that's kind of when I walked in, and that moment felt like it took forever to happen.
Yeah,
like she's just sort of standing there, and it's like, okay, everything's okay, and she's there wide in the shot, and he's all calm, off his guard. And boom, there's a shot.
They got me the first time, but not the second.
Yeah, no, it got me the first time.
The first time, because the mid fact is like, oh my God.
There's no way they're going to do this.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I was like, how are they in my head when the opening credits happen and then they're like, wait a minute, did they just shoot her? Is this real?
Oh, you caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah. Not this current season.
All right. Okay.
But everything, what is it, 4?
They're on 5. They're on 5.
They're on 5. Yeah, I'm caught up until
5
4.
Season finale.
I saw the first 2 episodes of season 5.
Well, I'm not gonna say which episodes. I don't want to spoil things, but there's something that they caught me with something like that recently on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where they give you that false sense of, oh, motherfucker gets put in a death-defying situation that you just feel like they're gonna die in, and then they don't die, and then they still die. You feel me? So it was some shit that happened very similar on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's how they got me on Deadpool. I was like, oh, okay, I thought she was gonna die there. She didn't die. But then, like you said, that nigga come through and boom, boom. And it was one of those things I saw coming. Like, there's a few things that went through my mind, through my story mind at the time. One, I felt like, okay, they most likely gonna kill this character because I don't see where she fits moving forward. You know what I mean? Because Deadpool,
I was kind of wondering how that was. Me as well. I see what you're saying.
Deadpool the assassin. I mean, there's different people that he's had romantic situations with in comics, but they don't last long because he's fucking nuts and he's not one of those characters that stays with a girlfriend like that. You feel me? So the fact that they even went that route to move into this movie because her character in the comics turns evil or some shit. And it's a whole other type of deal. She has powers and shit. There's a whole other deal that's with Vanessa in the comics. So a piece of me was feeling like, how are they gonna turn her into how she is in the comics? Or are they gonna go that route? But if they're not gonna go that route, where are they gonna go with her? I'm not too sure. So I thought she was gonna either die or dump him, and I was going like what you said on the dumping or something's gonna happen, straining the relationship, just on the level of people. I've noticed. Okay, there's a concept in comics and it's translated over into other forms of media called fridging. Fridging comes from this time like years ago in a Green Lantern comic book. In a Green Lantern comic book, to hurt him, his enemy killed his girlfriend at the time. It might have been his wife. But he gets home and he opens his fridge and his girlfriend is cut up in pieces in his freezer. And it was all in this character was a character that was a fully formed character was only killed in order to hurt the hero. So the term fridging had spawned after a bunch of women was like, man, you only use our characters like we should be human beings, not just fodder to move forward the male storyline or used as just what's the word I'm looking for?
Plot device.
Yeah, just plot device for the male character. No, we're human. So as that term has gotten more legs and gotten more light, more people are aware of. Nah, nigga, don't just be killing these women just to piss off or to hurt the man, dog. Like figure out more creative means to get to the male character than doing this. I've noticed that is in a lot of media they've stopped just killing the woman for that. So a piece of me was like, they ain't gonna do that because of the fridging. And and I can't front. They kind of fridge Vanessa. they kind of fridge
in this regard, it was probably
Now I will give them
probably
this.
Thinking they wouldn't, and we sure weren't because I didn't think they would.
They still used her character nicely throughout the film. I say as a nice anchor for him.
They did. I actually had a coworker who said that she saw a version of it. Her problem was that there wasn't enough of her in it. And I was like, I appreciate. I needed to. Next time I say, I'm gonna tell you, I appreciate you
because honestly,
for not spoiling that for me.
And that's true. She could have told you something else. You're right. And honestly, if I look at both of the female characters, like they did the best with what they had, but they didn't have really much to do as humans in this. You know what I mean?
They literally didn't have any time. Though, which is
I know it's not about them, but it's one of those things that is about one thing. They did their best. I'm not about to come home. I still love them.
No.
But
not shit on it. I mean, and it was.
It's just I noticed that because
that's the course of the story.
Because especially in this movie, like Vanessa was just really there to be his girlfriend or his fiance, and then get killed so it can give him something to do.
Did you think though that their dreams or maybe plans, I should say, were a little unrealistic with the job that he's doing as a. Okay. All right, fair enough.
He doesn't strike me as someone that's thinking about that. He's just in his emotions.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Like, this is probably a bad idea only because, you go out and kill people and maybe someday somebody might want to retaliate. And it's like you have a home and a place and it's like, what if they ever show up at your home or your place and kill your family? That's kind of what happened.
He strikes me at the time as the type that would have quit this for her.
Oh, okay. You think maybe? Oh, so maybe we were approaching that.
I feel like, and that's no reason why we wouldn't have any more Deadpool if that would have happened. But he strikes me as the type that would have given up all that, and him and Vanessa would have just probably went somewhere with Todd, and then they would have just been living happily wherever the fuck he would have brought them. But I don't think he would have.
Share,
whichever one. But it's interesting because one thing I noticed, and we're on this scene right now with he gets home. And he's their anniversary, and it's he sees her, and when I'm looking at it, I'm looking like even in my first viewing, I was like, not much has seemed to have changed for this character from one movie to the next one. Like,
he
gets home and she's there to be his loving girlfriend. And he
can do no wrong.
Yeah,
they're always love will triumph over whatever he does wrong.
And it's not on the actress. Like she did the best with the material. I really like this actress. She's on Gotham. You ever watch Gotham?
Oh yeah, is she still on there? She's currently on this season.
Yeah.
All right, I haven't caught up on this season, but I watch it.
I don't watch.
I kind of feel like, damn. I feel like she goes away to do these movies and then shows back up
On
in the show.
Gotham.
Yeah, it just shows back up on the show when she's done filming, and it's like, I'm back, everybody.
Hey, well, I got them.
I've drank the blood.
It's become a guilty pleasure for me. Like
Has
after
it? Yeah.
after I've got over the fact that okay, this is an Elseworlds tale. It's not the right universe. They're just taking characters from the Batman universe and they're doing whatever they want with them. Once I've made peace with that.
Okay, if you say that, I know I'm not bullshitting now.
Yeah.
Okay, that is how I felt from like day one.
See, no,
this was never my Gotham. That was
No.
never my Bruce.
No.
My Bruce does not lie in the street and scream like a little girl.
I'm not
my Gotham.
No, I'm not gonna hate on the little boy.
You're not gonna hate on the little
boy.
boy.
The little
Fair
boy,
enough.
he
I'm not gonna hate on the
scream
little
and
boy
shit.
either.
And not what
But
his parents did.
You're right.
But I'm just
Fair
saying
enough.
that
was
show
very-
is
very
so
wrong.
fucking bad.
It is.
But then sometimes it gets certain things so good that it messes with my head. It's the weirdest show. It's one of the weirdest shows to ever watch.
I love the chemistry between Bruce and Selena.
Yeah, they got nice chemistry.
That shit always works.
They have a great Alfred.
They have a fantastic
And
Alfred.
they have a great proto Joker.
Okay, yeah, all right, fair enough.
He's going through,
Yeah.
and the thing that we're getting through is, and what we've heard is like technically that they were told from the heads that they can't say the Joker's name, they can't ever make his hair green, so that's gonna make.
That's why he's a redhead.
Yeah, that's why his hair is red, because they're not allowed to make it green. There's certain things that they're mandated that they can't do. They can't ever really call him the Joker. That's become he's going through all these different versions and machinations, and it would be. I'm not gonna spoil y'all out there because the way that they play because it's really like this. The Joker, they never say Joker. But I'm going to say Joker. The Joker is more of a concept in this world. And there's this one actor in particular that inhabits the different concepts of the Joker. And this actor the first time I saw him, I thought, okay, you kind of doing like a Heath Ledger mixed with Jack Nicholson impersonation. I go front. Like, I wasn't that up on him the first time he did it. But he, over the seasons, has found his way in that character to the point that in season 5, when I see, like, because that's the thing too, the different versions of the Joker that's ever appeared in comics, he's gone through the gambit, like, and they've naturally told the story of showing how even the one that came out like maybe 5 years ago, when he cut his face off, they even got to that version of him. Like, they're going through the gambit, and
right.
at the end of the back half of season 5 has flipped the whole concept again. It's like, if you don't watch it for nothing else, watch the Joker episodes or the Jerome or whatever Jeremiah, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, you watch the episodes with him and give that guy a shot, because that's what I would do. I dip in and out throughout the different seasons. What's going on with him? And I catch other episodes, and then I'm like, if I ain't got nothing going on, I'll throw on Gotham. But no going in. It's one of those guilty pleasure shows. There's a lot wrong with it, but dude, like, I can't front. They did some genius shit that made me go, wait, this is too good for this show. All
every so often because like I think that's what sort of keeps the lights on for that show is the things that they do get right, they really get right.
Right.
But everything else
they
is
get
sort
wrong,
of
they get
they're
wrong
just throwing
as
shit at a
fuck.
wall. Yeah, everything else, but all that other shit is just throwing shit at a wall. They're just hoping that it sticks.
That is a crazy thing to watch, like, you know what I mean? And that's because anybody who hates the show, I understand, because I'm like, I understand why.
I completely understand. Yeah,
I totally.
I'm surprised it's still on the air.
Next season's their last season.
Oh, fair enough.
They've been approved for one more season because they're going to try to make it to their 100th episode, and they'll make it 100 episodes by next season. And you know, syndication, you get the syndication off that. So they got one more season they're going to do, and apparently he's going to get to the mantle. But that's one of my thing is this, dog. Y'all all like, I always felt like that show, unless it was going to do a flash forward. Because the little boy is a little skinny little boy. Yeah, he's gotten older. He's grown up a bit. He's not the little boy he was.
Has he put any more weight on?
Teensy bit of weight. He's a slim cat. So even though he's in real life,
but they kind of show him like he can kick ass. Like I've seen.
I mean, they've got him trained up, and that's the thing. Yeah. I give him that. They train the little boy up. He can throw a good fake punch.
I believe him.
But he's Robin. He looks like Robin live, not Batman, or not even a Batman to be yet, because they need to flash forward to seeing him put on the pounds, get bigger. Ain't gonna be no way that little boy gonna be able to get nowhere near close to me believing he can be Batman in time for the end of that show. And I think that's what they're gonna be attempting to do.
That's what they're gonna try to do?
I believe so. I hope not.
The only way they do it is if the final frame is a whole nother motherfucker.
Yeah, you got flash forward.
Yeah.
Because it's already trippy that y'all up damn near like introduced almost all his villains that was supposed to come because of Batman. You've introduced them way before Batman. So that was already in its conceit messing up. But yes, like nerds, we're all off topic. Back to Deadpool. Sorry, guys. Back to good old Deadpool. So, like, yeah, so he's back there, exchange gifts, and Vanessa gives him the coin that they had when he first met her.
Deadpool gives it to Vanessa.
That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
And Vanessa gives him
IUD.
Yeah.
And he thought this is a bomb. I was thinking, shit, dog. It's a real reaction.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what IUD was until recently.
Oh yeah, no. I didn't know what they were really, but I remember now that they showed them on the commercial. I was like, is that what I think it is?
I never knew that they were called that.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that they would call that either. Yeah, that whole term thing.
Yeah, I think I just called it. What's that thing that y'all put in y'all so y'all can't have kids? It's that birth control thing. That metal thing.
That birth control.
That birth control thing. Yeah. I never took it as the 3 letters. I remember on Atlanta, one of the women said it in a conversation. I was like, oh, there's those 3 letters again. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's coming.
It's there, son. So they decide that they're gonna have a kid, and I'm like, it's like watching one of those movies where it's like, okay, something tragic is definitely happening. Everything's happy.
It's like
y'all about to have a kid.
Oh shit!
We know Deadpool is not about to have a kid. Come on,
dude.
Vanessa's gonna die.
Oh really? That's what you were thinking? I was like, wow. Well, how is she gonna leave him if they're gonna have a kid?
No,
or maybe he sends her away or whatever.
No. As soon as they decided on the kid,
you knew she was done.
Started feeling like they're gonna kill her. They gonna kill her because he's not gonna. They can't keep a hero happy, and a hero like Deadpool is no nigga. Tragedy strikes and he goes even nuttier, dog. That's like when he did catch that dude later at the way and hugs him. I was like, oh, this is so Deadpool to kill him like that. Yeah. So what they watching? What is it they watching? Because they keep on making this joke of how it sounds just like you want to build a soul, man. Yento. That's what they're watching, and that's a funny joke because yes, that's the same song. It's the same melody.
Is it?
It felt
like
the same.
I was like, I've heard this song before, but have I just seen this movie before? What's going on here? Why do I feel like I want to
build a snowman? I don't want to. That's Frozen. That's straight from Frozen. Frozen took that from Yento, and I'm not. And that instantly made me curious to know what were the other Disney jokes that they had to take out, because that was a thing that came up that they had to do some rewrites and reshoots because this was happening and shooting on the eve of all that talk about Marvel buying Fox. So they apparently had more Disney jokes to just come at, and they were mandated to take them out. So
wow, I didn't know that.
So I'm wondering.
Oh man,
I'm very curious to know
those on the deleted scenes.
Ooh. I don't think they even got a chance to shoot him. I think at the script stage they got.
Oh wow!
I don't remember. I gotta look up which was
like
the situation.
A just in case scenario. Nigga. Yeah, like if we get bought, we can't have this shit.
It was either script stage or reshoots. Because I know I just said because my first mind is reshoots.
Yeah.
Because I remember that being a thing.
Right.
And that made them push some of this shit back a bit. But I don't know why the script is in the back of my mind. Maybe they got that scripted. But either way it go, dog, I want to see or hear or read. Like how Donald Glover dropped his Deadpool script to let niggas know, like, no, son, I wasn't too busy to do the Deadpool TV show. FX got scared, basically.
Right.
And that would have been great, dog. I would have liked to see that, man. The Deadpool, Donald Glover's Deadpool. But so the people that he was just gunning down have followed him to his crib, and now there's an all-out shootout in his spot.
Which I didn't catch the first time, and I also, this is kind of where I walked in at right here. Exactly. So.
And now it's just clicking for me that because I was kind of displaced in time. No pun not intended for this time travel-esque movie. It's because he didn't kill him. It's because he couldn't get into the panic room.
Right.
And that's how come he was able to come back. Ponytail Man with his niggas was able to come back and kill Vanessa because he didn't finish the job.
Right.
Yeah, that didn't resonate for me the first time.
But I didn't even realize it was the same guy until like just now when I was able to watch it and you mentioned it that it was the same Ponytail guy.
Yeah.
But because also too, I was thinking like, well, shit. I'm thinking these are just some random people who came back for revenge, and I'm like, well, shit, you don't know who else is coming back, man. They're probably gonna come to the school and shoot some shit up, but it's actually just this one isolated incident. Yeah. So once he took out Ponytail Man, that should be the end of it.
Yeah, but he didn't. And that just hit me even harder now. I was like, man, that's why they came. Because I don't know, because he was telling the story so disjointed. I was like, okay, maybe I'm putting these puzzles together. But like
people in the theater the first time around, like people were audibly like, no,
yeah. Because, dude, one thing I will say, even though her character was not fully realized in this movie. Right. The first movie, they had great chemistry. And I love them. I love what she did with Vanessa. Marina Baccarin, I think is her name, and
that's what this movie sort of coast off of. Unfortunately, is the goodwill of the first one. It's like you know they had great chemistry that first time. We didn't really get a good chance to see it here, but I still think it's dripping off of them. It's just something
they
that
still had good chemistry in this film. It's just,
but it's like we didn't get a lot of it. Really.
We didn't get to see evolution in them because the thing is, they are after all these years. I'm not saying they can't be cutesy still, but they should. They've been together for a while and they've been through some shit. So I don't know. I like once again, there's no time. There's no time for it. These are nitpicks at best. Because there's no time to really do much. Because once again,
the point is to kill her and get him
get him to the family. Because last time was about the love story.
Right.
This is the quote unquote family film. So that's what that was about. So Ryan Reynolds had a great scene of mourning for her at the when she him reacting to her dying. I love that acting. I loved him jumping out. It was very emotional. Like that. Once Deadpool got heavy. Movie got heavy right there.
Heavy for a minute. Yeah. It was just like and also too. You don't even realize. Yeah. So the when he jumps in front of the truck, like you kind of wonder, well, why didn't you just throw him in front of it? But no.
But pause.
No. Just what were you gonna say?
No, I just want to say, dude, when he chased him down, whooped his ass, and hugged him.
Yeah. Were you kind of thinking? I was like, is he gonna let him go?
No, I didn't think he was gonna let him go.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I thought he had a mental break, and he's gonna say thank you or something. I thought he was gonna thank him for it on some crazy shit. I don't know why my brain even went there.
Wow.
I thought he was gonna have some mental break, and then when he jumped in front of the car, I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. But that hug, there's a moment there, and I'm not fully sure what it is.
Right.
Because he looked at him.
Yeah, what that moment is. Right. Yeah, no, me too, exactly.
And gave him a hug.
Right.
And I'm just
that
trying
embrace,
to dissect. And I know the embrace was I'm about to kill the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
I know the subtext there is, oh no, I'm about to murder the hell out of you. And I'm so freaking hurt. And maybe the craziness of Deadpool is the fact of the love of my life is dead. I need a hug. And I'm going to just morbidly hug you because I need the hug. And then I'm going to kill you because that's what's going to happen regardless. There's no way you're not going to die.
Right.
That's just who I am. you know? So, that was nicely played. And then we get into the actual opening credits.
Which is some sort of homage to the James Bond movies.
Yeah.
And we, even with song and everything, it's really hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. Didn't even realize we hadn't gotten an opening yet, or that they were going to do one.
Me either.
So that was really fun and off guard. And then we get the same funny little... what do we call those? Where it's it's supposed to be the opening titles and credits and whatnot.
And last time it was written by the real heroes because the whole meta thing was, okay, we got this movie made, but then they do it after we killed this woman. So to me, they kind of lubed the fridge.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They knew they were fridging, so I feel like they used these opening credits to be but we needed this device to tell our story. Right. But look, we're gonna put it in the opening credits that yes, we're monsters for doing this. Yes, we're wrong for doing this.
Yes, we really killed her.
Yes, we really killed her. Yes, we know you're surprised. Yes, it's fucked up. And another thing that made the fridging even easier, even better to take is they let Deadpool feel it.
Yes.
Even in his jokes, even his cockstrong self. Even after the credits are over, we're in the bar. I didn't know he was in the bar. I thought this thing was like a mental institution or a hospital or something.
I know, the sweater thing was kind of, right. It was, fair enough.
The close-up, and all we see is just the sweater and the freaking eyes. And I've been watching Legion.
I remember the bar specifically from the first movie, so... once we kind of got a little wider, I
was good once we got wider, but it started on this extreme close-up. He's wearing this sweater, he's crying, and I instantly got this this image from Legion where the main character is a similar thing. We sitting, and he might have done that purposely because they're dicks. And there's something else I want to ask you when we get to it. I'm asking you when we get to it. But we're back in the bar. He's with his partner. I forgot his partner's name, played by T.J. Miller, who almost got cut out the film because he's one of those apparently pervert cats that's he's about to get taken out of Hollywood, and he's wanted for some other crazy shit. He's wanted for a lot of shit. But
he's not in a good place.
Nah. But they got Dopinder in this motherfucker, and Deadpool just really took a piss on the floor, dog.
Yeah, it's like he's
distraught.
I mean, you think you've seen his fucking stage, but you think you have a fucking stage,
right?
But you haven't seen a fucking stage, so you've seen his.
An understandable one,
right? Yeah, understand definitely. But then also too, I thought this joke was pretty funny where they get the big bald guy from the last
First
movie.
one, yeah.
The first movie. They give him like a blowjob drink and he gets into a fight with somebody. And this time they give him jokes. So I didn't understand this joke the first time around where it's like where Deadpool sort of helps him with his own line.
Yes.
And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. No more speaking lines
Oh
for
my
you.
God.
And I didn't catch that the first time. But like the second time around, I was like, "Oh, nigga, you fed him his lines."
Yes.
That's what. Like,
Peep
that's what the
it.
joke was.
Nigga, no. I laughed at that the first time I thought it was funny because I thought the fourth wall breaking was just nigga, you told me something I didn't want to hear. No more lines for you. And then the obvious funniness of knowing, oh, this guy's probably not going to come up for the rest of the movie. So that's what was funny about that. The first viewing was like, damn, he just told us this man ain't going to be in the rest of the movie. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But yes, the second viewing is when I caught, wait.
It clicked.
He fed him the line because he forgot his line. This is stupid. So I laughed so much harder the second time when I caught. Oh, because I thought he just stuttered the first time. I didn't catch. Oh, he forgot his line. He didn't just stutter. He forgot his line.
I was like, maybe he was searching for the word. It was like, no, you were feeding him his line. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. He's helping him out. Like, oh yeah, I can't figure out the word. But no, this motherfucker really
he fed him his line.
He lost his line,
and then he got mad at that nigga.
He's like, you know what, man? You fucked up. You'll never make it in Hollywood.
No more speaking lines.
No more speaking lines for you.
Genius.
Now I thought Leslie, and when Deadpool kind of sneaks into Leslie Uggams' place and kind of retrieves his cocaine, lots of cocaine, by the way.
Blind L?
Yeah. Does cocaine have an expiration date?
I don't know, dog.
How long has that cocaine been in there?
But the funny thing about it, the second time for me is the fact that he go into Blind L's spot and he got amongst.
I thought she knew he was there.
She said she didn't.
Yeah, she said she didn't. Yeah, no, she really didn't.
Yeah, come in. I thought she knew too, but he has the cure for blindness in there.
That's what that said?
That's what that other box says. It says,
I wanted to read it.
Wade's cocaine all around. There's a box that says the cure for blindness.
Oh my God.
In this blind lady's spot. And on some crazy shit, what if it really is?
That's the trippy part, though.
It's trippy on so many regards because she couldn't read it to see what it says anyway.
Probably got a goddamn syringe in it.
This is so wrong. Well, look at it. Wade cocaine, the cure for blindness, dog.
Because they blur it out. That's why I couldn't read it that second time. Okay, yeah, but damn, man.
Yeah,
okay, good catch.
Dog.
Good catch.
That was second viewing. Because remember, first viewing, I was too close to the screen to see and shit like that.
Fair enough.
Oh my God, there's a few things I caught in the second viewing.
Right.
So he goes see his homie Blind L, man. She pulls a gun out of him. Of course, she can't see it. I love the way they set up jokes that always pay off later. Like, you know what I mean? Things that you even know going to be jokes that pay off. Like her pointing the gun out at him. And they play for that.
Always in the wrong direction.
Bro, they play it off nicely at least 2 times after that. He said, well, he's going to shoot me in the wall in my refrigerator. He's stupid ass. And it's a trippy thing. I love that pity dick in that pity dick line.
Can you speak up? Yeah, can't hear you with all that pity dick in your mouth.
They walk the line of comedy and drama just so nicely. Like, he's actually Marty, he's actually hurt, but they know how to throw the quips in a way that works. Because even though she gave him that pity dick shit, she even still tried to give him actual advice. And then they still even played that for a joke when he disappeared on and had the hilarious cocaine in the mask bit. And yeah, dog, my
man is in pain.
Dude, and they work all of Deadpool's quirkiness as well as his characters, because Blind L is a character from the comics. And they have a very crazy relationship in the comic book that I don't think they're going to really get into in the movies. But who knows? They're crazy. But they've been... Right. Because, like, in the comics, like, she's really like his prisoner or something. Like, he was supposed to kill her. He just never did. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was some crazy shit. I got to go back and peep that out. But, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. But I'm glad that they know how to streamline shit, dog. These are why they're the pros. So they get us caught up after that to Deadpool going home and blowing himself up. And when he blows himself up, he finds himself in the dreamscape or heaven or whatever with
with
Vanessa.
With Vanessa, and he can't sort of come through. And I guess this is, and it sort of illuminates, or I guess kind of gives us some sort of idea of what happens when Deadpool technically sort of dies. And then this is sort of his jolt back to I guess reality.
But the trippy thing is, he can't ever die. And that's the tragedy of Deadpool, even throughout this movie, that they don't like overtly like hammer home. But the more you think about immortal, he can't die, so he will never get these moments back with her. Like these, like they had to create this situation in this movie for the fact of losing his powers. If he loses powers, the cancer comes back, and then it makes him vulnerable. But that doesn't just happen all the time. So these little meetings that he gets to have in this weird escape with Vanessa. Mm-hmm. When you think real deep, he won't get him anymore. That sucks.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
It's the reason why I can't watch Life too much, because I think too deep about it. Nah, straight up though, Life is a comedic tragedy. Yes, I'm talking about the movie Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. When you think too deep about it, these niggas lost their entire lives behind bars. It's fucked up.
Over some shit that they didn't do.
Come on, man. They didn't get to have kids. They didn't get to find love, man. If you really think really deep about life, it's fucked up. I'm glad they
everybody had plans. They both had plans and
everybody died around them.
And a shot at getting them.
Yeah.
Both of them had a shot at getting what they wanted. Exactly what they wanted.
Yep. So to take back into our world, Colossus came and brought blown up Deadpool's pieces back to the mansion, and we get back. I love the Colossus and Deadpool chemistry. I love how they do Colossus. We got to see Nega Teenage Warhead. She has a little girlfriend with the adorable, what's her name, Yukio or something?
Yukio, yeah, I think that's her name.
Yeah, I mean, like I had to look it up again. It's another character in the comic books that she supposedly is based off of, but I can't remember who it is. There's so many goddamn mutants. But I need to say this now, and I'm not the only person saying this. A lot of people online are saying this.
What?
Why Deadpool does X-Men better than X-Men?
Oh, man.
The Deadpool films are better X-Men movies than the X-Men movies, dog. Like, that is a trippy thing. They get Colossus. They get so much better. They get so much right. If everybody, like the Dark Phoenix movie that's coming out is being heralded as the last X-Men movie in the Bryan Singer world. They say it's the last one.
I mean, when you took the words right out of my mouth, man, you want to know what the problem is with the X-Men movies? Why they can't get them right? Those 2 words. Pause.
Wait before Bryan Singer. Mm-hmm. Yes, he's fucked it all up. Yep. He doesn't get X-Men.
He doesn't.
And if
he thinks he does.
Nah.
But it's like, it's this metaphor for shut the fuck up, Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer doesn't get the relationships. He doesn't get the chemistry. He doesn't know how to do the action. He gets so far away from the comic books that he doesn't know how to make it fun and endearing.
He's playing with all it, which is, it's like I don't want to fault him for
fucked up all the timelines.
Oh god!
How many? Like these niggas are like a team. You never see him do double team anything, or triple team, or team like nothing.
Team.
You know what I mean?
No team.
For some reason, it went from being the Wolverine movie to the Mystique movie, and neither of those characters were ever realized correctly. Yes, we love Hugh Jackman, but honestly, dog, his Wolverine isn't Wolverine. Honestly, especially what it evolved into. Like, honestly, his Wolverine, especially in a lot of those movies, are what Logan is now in the comic, or was right before he died recently in the comics. Like, way more mature. Like, because the thing is this, we're supposed to believe that in the first, like, he was feral, right? He was supposed to be like, this nigga didn't give a fuck about nobody. Like, part of his journey is going from being this, like, asshole, dick-ass motherfucker to being someone that cares for others overtly. Because he always got that heart in him. Yeah. But like, even if you look at it, Wolverine Origins, which I love the way they poke jabs at that piece of shit film all through this movie.
Oh yeah,
they poked the fuck out of that film. But one thing I hated about Wolverine Origins is we should just see nothing. If this is the origins, if at the top of X-Men 1 is us, if the X-Men are what softens him up, then Wolverine Origins should be a full blown murderous dickhead Logan film, and he should end up kind of good, but not like clean, because even in Wolverine, and even X-Men Part 1, being with them kind of softens him. But he got softened all through Origins. He was damn near heroic Logan by the end of Origins, and it made no fucking sense to be who he's supposed to be. So like in the future, I hope they don't make it the Wolverine show, because Cyclops is a very interesting character. I fuck with Cyclops. He's not just the Boy Scout. And
he's the one who gets the shit end of the stick every single outing.
In all these X-Men films.
Well, you know what? I don't think they did him so bad in Apocalypse. I mean, it wasn't great.
They're trying.
They're definitely in a better direction than they were before.
Put some respect on my Cyclops, dog. Cyclops grows into being a complete...
Just sprinkle a little bit if you can.
Please, because... he's a leader and he's an asshole, and a lot of people don't know the dickishness of Cyclops that he becomes, but it's an asshole with reason.
He's playing him like he's goody. Well,
he at first
for the most part he's a goody two shoes.
At first, but the arc of Cyclops in comics that you could really bring to film nicely is watching a motherfucker that he's not a goody two shoes. He's about getting the job done over time, and he becomes a leader that makes those hard calls for mutants. It's funny. It's like he actually in a way becomes Magneto. And that's saying a lot to say where he comes from. He makes the Magneto type calls in the books that you wouldn't even expect watching these fucking movies. And the thing is, I like some of the X-Men movies. Like really, like for what they are, I tend to enjoy them. But it's like watching a Gothamized version. It's like these are not my X-Men, but these are based off of the movies aren't horrible. They're just not X-Men movies how they should be. So I really, but once again, when y'all clear things out on Marvel, if y'all decide not to clear things out completely, they can go from the Deadpool world and make their own X-Men universe off of wherever that sets up.
I'm pretty sure they will. They're definitely not breaking up this team. I'm sure.
No, no time soon. X-Force is about to film, and then we'll see where it goes. So Deadpool, he's riding around in Professor X's chair.
Which I thought was funny. Yeah, I think I laughed a little bit more. I guess watching it with another audience too, laughing at or just paying attention to what they laughed at. Because this audience was really, really kind of up on it for the most part. Yeah. The only thing that they didn't laugh at that I thought would get a huge laugh a second time around, just because the first time it did, is Prison
Spoiler
Wallet.
alert.
Prison Wallet.
Prison Wallet.
Yeah. Oh, the first time he mentioned it, we all were dying laughing out loud audibly, the entire audience, right? And the first time he mentions it, it's sort of like, but he gets a huge laugh at the very end, right? Yeah. You know where it always does. It always lands at the end. But at the beginning, dude, the first time you mentioned like Prison Wallet, dude, I can hear you fooling around in there.
No, when it said that shit was hilarious. But in this scene, in the scene in the mansion, I thought I was gonna get a bigger reaction because my first audience did when they had the huge spoiler cameo of you. Could they play back to that joke from the first one where they were saying there's no other X-Men here but you guys.
Yeah, why the you guys?
Yeah, the studio must have didn't give us a bone, etc., etc., etc. And then they had this huge cameo of the full blown X-Men from the other films there, and Beast closes the door, and that was hilarious. And my first audience reacted huge to that, but this audience we just saw it with didn't react as huge.
They laughed, but it wasn't. Yeah, my first audience, it was a huge response.
It was a huge response. Yeah. And funny enough, Ryan Reynolds and them said this was actually shot when they did Apocalypse, or they lucked up since they're shooting Dark Phoenix at the same time, and Fox just helped them out and gave them that footage. They weren't really there. That's like footage that they were given, and they just edited that shit in nicely.
Oh shit!
Cool shit.
Yeah.
They were also given like that. All the Wolverine's origins footage is Hugh Jackman didn't come back to shoot none of his scenes in any of that. They
look exactly the same.
They just got the raw footage, the raw data to do that later. So that's cool that Fox, in on a joke.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of at this point, man. Everybody's in on the joke, and it's like you only benefit really from making fun of it at this point.
Because get the money.
Yeah, get the money, right. Money. Yeah, don't be uptight about it.
Get the money.
Exactly.
So Vanessa told him in his little dreamscape that his heart wasn't in the right place. So later on, when Colossus is trying to appeal to Deadpool, because Wade is like, in a dark place, he's like, man, I need to die because it's my fault that she's dead as well. And Colossus is like, man, look, we might not be the family you want, but we the family you need right now. Colossus is always there for this nigga.
Yeah,
they have humanized that.
Is a dude you want on your team.
Dude, they've made Colossus iconic through these two films in a way that he was not known or respected previously. Thank you, Bryan Singer, for none of your help with this.
Yeah,
Great funny gag of he's grabbing the ass.
It's like because now when they make that joke at the end, spoiler alert once again, when she's like, "Don't fuck Colossus," I'm like, it kind of makes a little more sense now. Yeah,
because he touched his dick last movie.
Yeah, I mean, through this whole thing, it's like, you guys kind of been building to this
too comfortable.
Yeah, just a bit.
So we finally get Cable, the introduction of Cable in this future world, and we always see of Cable as they play it completely mysterious. He's coming from the future, and he hops in his time capsule, whatever, and he comes to us, and that leads us to Wade with the freaking fucking the Cerebro. And
I realized the second viewing, I was trying to place it the first time, but we just kind of moved through the scene too quickly for me too. But he's in the James McAvoy
clothes.
outfit.
Yeah, the exact. I got that the first time.
You got that the first time?
The exact
okay.
same clothes.
I didn't get it the first time. But the second, because I was just trying to process it, and before I could, we moved on to the next scene.
I mean,
so
him being bald, riding around in that damn wheelchair is so
already had you thinking that,
because
right?
and in the first time he's wearing a robe, just like James McAvoy was doing in one of the movies. Was it the last one? It was the last one when he's just
Apocalypse.
when he's pissed off, he's just like he's in a dark place. Yeah. You just see him in his little chair in a robe and shit. So they play to that shit, dog. They dumb, dog. They so silly, so they don't miss anything. But one thing in that Cerebral scene that I laughed at the second viewing was. He called it again. He keeps spoiling the movie, but when you watch it the first time through, you don't realize he's spoiling it. When he tells Colossus, I am not ready for this. This is going to end badly. Do not take me into the field right now. This is not the move. Right. He says it. And when you watch it the second time, knowing what happens, it's like, wait,
it's like, he said it. And it's like, also, it's not a good idea. It's really not a good idea, Colossus. I mean, I know you think you're helping, but it's not a good idea, Colossus.
Nope.
But I think this might be my favorite sequence coming up here, where they try to help. What is it, Fire Fist?
Fire Fist, aka his name is
Russell.
Yeah. Russell Collins.
Russell Collins. Right. So I think this might be my favorite sequence. I was trying to replay it in my head because it's fresh now and right here. So
actual member of X-Force, by the way.
Actual member of X-Force?
Fire Fist.
Fire Fist, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, dope.
He don't look like that. He's not a plus size superhero.
Right, but Hollywood fucking,
they discriminate.
They do.
But yeah.
I think this might be my favorite sequence, man. Definitely. I kind of figured, he was gonna. Well, I think we all kind of figured he was gonna fuck up, but I didn't exactly figure out how. I did not think he was just gonna like. I think you need to realize that just shooting someone in cold blood like that is just kind of not.
But it's such a Deadpool thing to do.
It is.
He is not a superhero.
Even using his brain, but it's just like there's so many cops around right now,
it don't matter.
Cameras.
It don't matter.
I mean, this shit, the internet is forever.
It don't matter. Deadpool does what your average motherfucker watching feels like they would want to do. Because the thing is, all this shit goes down. Fire Fist, he shoots nigga Teenage Warhead, calls her Justin Bieber. He shoots Colossus. And the thing is, Deadpool eggs this dude on and gets them shot.
I also like the running joke of Trainee. He keeps calling himself an X-Man. He's like, Trainee.
I mean, when he does his cold-blooded murder in a second, I mean, that gives him every reason to be back away, like, hey,
I know,
he was not an X-Man.
Yeah,
you dig?
He's not with us. Take him in with the rest.
And I like when they call Colossus on his RoboCop, RoboCop bite. Like that was like this little boy is swagging this role. He fits into this role this world so nicely as Fire Fist because he has the same temperament and he knows how to handle the humor. Or whatnot.
I feel like he goes over the top at certain points, but for the most part. I do enjoy him very much.
Deadpool pulls guns out on this kid.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? I think he needs to learn his lesson. I think, and also like how he tells him, put your hands behind your behind your knees and put your head or something on the ground. I can't remember. But so like
that's
pretty funny.
But definitely when Fire Fist, he shoots him into the spot into this classroom in the S6 building. You know that's Mr. Sinister's name. This is the second time in this world, maybe the third time that they gave some reference to Mr. Sinister, but we never seen him. Yeah, it's the third time because they gave a reference to him, I think, in Logan, and they gave a reference to him in the cutscene, I think, in Apocalypse. Mr. Sinister's real name is, I want to say, I know his last name is Essex. Nathaniel Essex. That's his name.
Okay.
Nathaniel Essex.
He's a villain or a superhero?
Villain, Mr. Sinister, dog. You ever used to watch the old cartoon?
The old
X-Men cartoon. Yeah. He's all white, got the flat top. He's obsessed with freaking Cyclops and Jean or whatever. He's one of Apocalypse, like right-hand men in the damn comics and shit. Like
I just probably, it's not coming to me now, but yeah.
Big time villain. He's one of my favorite X-Men villains, honestly.
Really?
And like I said, Essex, that's his name on that building. And his thing is he likes to experiment on mutants, and he's always trying to find the code to make all kind of shit. And he feels like that in the Summers and Jean Grey bloodline together is the code for like the perfect mutant and shit. And he's always fucking with their lines. He's always doing all kind of crazy shit, cloning, all kind of stuff, terrorizing them two in particular. So and they've never used him as a villain in any of the X-Men movies, but they've hinted at him. He dropped his name and such. So when Deadpool gets blasted by Fire Fist, this is another Hugh Jackman meta thing. He signed the cereal box
yeah,
with Hugh Jackman's face.
With Ryan Reynolds with the Deadpool sort of,
Dude,
drawing on the side.
You guys are goofy. And
yeah, you don't quit.
You don't quit.
Really don't quit.
So when go ahead, what you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna narrate that part where he jumps down from the room where Pigpen was sitting up there from the Peanuts gallery. And jumps down and just takes him out effortlessly. Yeah. Because clearly this could have been done really easy 5 minutes ago.
I mean, he does the gymnastic flip and does the bow.
Yeah.
But this
which another thing got a huge laugh the first time. Didn't really get a huge laugh the second time. Like I guess that first crowd was really willing and ready to laugh at anything.
And ready.
Oh yeah. And we missed jokes laughing at shit.
And he takes him down and we get introduced to this collar, which was way apart.
I'm sorry, we missed. I just want to say really quickly, we missed my favorite part. It's like Beyonce says, please stop cheating on me.
He said that in this. I thought he said that later.
No, he says that to him right before he walks up to him.
Oh God, that shit killed me the first time.
Yeah, dude, oh my God, I loved that. That made me laugh so fucking hard, man. I still laughed the second time.
Dude,
oh,
I was yes.
That was one of my favorite jokes, but I just wanted to mention that because it already passed.
So we get introduced to these collars that they say can't be taken off unless the code or gets bombed or some shit, right? And that's when he finds out from talking to Russell. That's his name, right? Russell. He's talking to Russ, and he finds out that he's been getting tortured at this damn establishment. And once again, that's what we talk about when Deadpool makes that move that no superhero will usually make, but I would definitely expect Deadpool to make it, which is he shoots the motherfuckers in cold blood that's been tortured. Well, he shoots one of the freaking teachers or whoever you want to call them there. He doesn't get to the headmaster, but as soon as he kills this man in cold blood, Colossus tackles him down. He's horrified.
Which I thought, I don't know, dude. I'm just kind of wondering what he's thinking. What does he think the next move is gonna be, dude? That's so taking you to jail. Yeah, no, he doesn't care. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I always fight for what I believe in. Mm-hmm. Which means I can't make good decisions. But
he says sometimes the hard call needs to be made.
But the thing is, the way that was going, were they about to hand that kid back over to these people?
Yes.
Oh, they were.
And the kid said, take me to the ice box. And that's when made Deadpool go, wait, why would you rather go to the most craziest jail you could go to instead of staying here?
Right.
And that's what appealed to, damn nigga, you hurting kids. And that's what won the kid over at first. But see, Deadpool just took a lick for me and murdered for me. I mean, I'm indebted to you, sir. Straight up.
This kid becomes a goddamn liability. Oh, man.
And a gangster.
Yeah, it feels good to be a gangster.
So we get brought into the ice box. And it was interesting how they flipped that with the collar of, it's the superpowers that's keeping him alive. And we see him start to deteriorate slowly, not even slowly, quickly, the longer that he does not have his powers.
I forgot all about the cancer issue, really. I forgot that was all, completely, until he mentions it. Because I'm wondering why he's sick. And I'm like, well, what's going on? What happened? And it's like
but that's the point of Deadpool.
Superpowers heal him.
Yeah, that's what healed him fully. Like that's what got rid of his cancer. The crazy healing process he has. And now they they get acclimated in jail or whatnot. And of course, little man, he got it on his mind. Look, I'm gonna
take out the biggest guy on the yard.
Does he have his shake yet? No, he doesn't have his shake yet. No, he does have his shake. Because now we about to get to prison wallet. And the prison wallet. Oh no, Cable shows up first, and these two freaking redneck types are having a conversation about wiping their ass.
The dumb man, whatever.
I mean, they might be on to something. Motherfucker said, look, first you gotta wipe your ass with a regular piece of toilet paper. Then you wipe your ass with a baby wipe. And then you get another piece of toilet paper to get rid of the excess moisture.
Everybody knows that.
Hey, they let him know. He's letting his man know.
He giving a damn dissertation on it, dude.
Do you suffer from rough anus?
Yeah,
is your toilet paper feeling like toilet pepper on that ass?
You know,
this is what you need to do.
This is what you need to do. You need to just go on in there and get that excess moisture with a second wipe with the toilet paper, and then go on in with a baby wipe. It's for babies.
It's for babies, so you know it's gonna feel good.
You know it's gonna feel good on you. It's made for babies.
So,
but anyway, we're back in the prison cell.
And Russell and
playing with our prison wallets.
And Deadpool, they bonding and such. And dude, like he takes this kid under his wing, or he decides that well, it's not even he takes him under his wing just yet, because he already knows he's about to die, and he sees that this kid is a loose cannon. He's a loose cannon. He don't know what he gonna do, and he's trying to tell him in advance, man, like, dude, like, calm the fuck down. I can't protect you, dude. I can't protect you. I'm dying.
So did you were you spoiled on anything about this movie prior to going into it?
I knew that Cable was gonna come from the future to try to kill the kid.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's all I knew.
So when we get sort of introduced to the foreshadowing, dripping and foreshadowing, a character that's sitting down in the basement. The
monster that they would speak of.
The monster in the basement, right? Excuse me. Did you how long did it take? Did you figure out who it was before it was revealed to you? Before his name was spoken?
This is how it went for me. When they first spoke on a monster,
right?
I thought, okay, who could this be? And my first mind went to maybe it's Sabretooth.
Ooh, interesting.
Then,
ooh, that would have been interesting. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Because all the Wolverine shout outs, I was like, maybe it might be Sabretooth. They're saying it's a monster.
Yeah.
But later on, when he actually talks, when Russell tries to appeal to the monster and they make the little quote unquote pact, I instantly thought Juggernaut. Because of the power. When he went dun dun, that knock, boom boom, and when they did a little over the shoulder shot, and you kind of see a piece of the helmet.
Yeah, I saw it the second time, right? Yeah,
I thought it happened.
I was like, yeah, they gave you all the clues you needed the second time around. I was like, yeah, you probably could have figured it out.
But I still flipped out even still when I saw it was right. I was like, oh my god, they really because a piece of me was like, they're not gonna really do it though. I'm not gonna be right about this. So when I was right, I was like, yes, because the way they did Juggernaut better once again than Singer. You hear me? Just like their Colossus, dog. Juggernaut is supposed to be a freaking juggernaut.
Right. Agreed. I thought they were gonna actually make fun of the fact that the other movies maybe got it wrong, or somebody was gonna say, "Is he a juggernaut bitch?" Or is he? So I
thought Deadpool was gonna say it's a juggernaut bitch. I thought he was gonna say bitch.
I thought so too.
He just didn't.
We
talking over Black Tom.
Black Tom joke. I don't remember him. I just remember he was African American.
Oh God,
that always gets a big.
Oh my God, dog! And the fact he keeps on calling Cable a racist.
Now so the first theater got a big laugh when he responded, "I'm White Wade."
They got a good laugh. My first time. Big laugh. Yeah. When Black Tom gets killed later by Cable and he says, he calls him a racist, that got a big laugh.
That always gets a big laugh, but like the build ups to him, I don't know, kind of fell for this audience really, or maybe they were laughing and I didn't hear it, but for the it was unanimous laughter for the most part, and in here it was none or ifs, scattered out. For the most part.
And in the comics, Black Tom is often a partner of Juggernaut's.
Really?
Yeah, funny enough.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I read up on that later because I'm not that acclimated with Black Tom, but I looked it up and I read up on that. And it was like, I even saw a picture of them. Like they usually like run kind of together on some shit. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like once again, they're taking these characters.
Get into that,
So if you're a savvy comic book fan and you saw Black Tom, maybe you would have made that connection on your own just seeing Black Tom.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
I'm not that savvy. I didn't know about the Black Tom situation, but I figured he was a character. The way they said his name, they kept on saying Black Tom. That's what made me look it up. Yeah. But yeah. And Black Tom tries to punk him, and I love the thing. What's your superpower? Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yes,
they have a dope exchange. But
definitely.
Unfortunately, my man doesn't have his power, so he gets his ass kicked real quick.
Yeah. So Cable comes from the future. He finds them in the prison. And
this is another moment where I was expecting, once again, some John Wick type action.
So you wanted more action in the sequence?
I mean, it was, because, well, you know what? Here's the thing about John Wick, and I guess that's different about this, is John Wick where Cable arguably say has to deal with 3 to 4 people at a time, if that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? John Wick has to deal with 20 people at a time. So it's like the way he has to take them out quickly and efficiently is just, it's dope as a motherfucker. But the way
I will not let you tarnish this. I like this action scene.
It's still a dope action scene. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't want to take
Cable
away.
is brutal, though. He breaking arms and shit. So John Wick doing all that too. He's breaking because that might be the John Wick effect in this. Because one thing that did stand out, like Cable's not just he's not just punching niggas. He's grabbing your limbs and putting them in different positions.
If I may, dude, and John Wick was like that scene right there. John Wick is that scene on Red Bull on 6 of them.
But it's trying once again to be an action
Raspberry.
film. It's trying to be blueberry. The blueberry Red Bull. The blueberry. Yes. But this wasn't trying to necessarily be an action film. I'll say that. But
true. Right.
And Wade. And at first,
but
Wade,
we got the action guy. I'm just like, I kind of thought that it's like, well, maybe we can do this in a funny and still, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to take away from it either. But I just, that's what I was kind of. I still watch it. I still watch it thinking that's sort of what my expectations were, and that's sort of where I'm feeling that. Drawback on. It's not necessarily that the scene wasn't good. It's just that you're comparing it to a completely different movie that no one asked you to do this.
But I love,
you know what I mean?
I love the one-on-one fights between Cable and Deadpool.
Oh yeah, now those actually always
the one right here in the jail when he's getting it. They find out that Cable's really after Russell, and even later on the thing on the truck.
On the truck, right? Yeah, when they're doing
all
the little
their fights, I love their fights with each other, one-on-one. They're doing their thing.
Agreed,
and
definitely.
And I was so scared for him when he fell off that. Everyone laughs when Deadpool gets thrown off of that ledge. And the way he dies.
Yeah, everybody always laughs at that. I'm like, oh wow, sure.
I didn't really find it funny.
I didn't find it funny either. Not the first or the second time.
But some people always laugh when the way I understand.
More people laughed this time though than the first time.
Maybe it's the body dysmorphia of him looking. Because one thing that I thought about that this movie reminded me of, and I was like, man, you know what? This is this generation's version of The Mask.
Oh wow!
This because a lot of this character just started reminding me of The Mask, and when he died like that, that was a straight
violent Mask.
The actual Mask comic book, The Mask is a dark ass comic. And
it's a comic book.
It's actual comic book, and The Mask, he's crazy, he's violent, he's like a precursor to Deadpool, like. Which is, and I think they even had a crossover with The Mask and Deadpool. I know the Joker had The Mask at one point. Now it's a crazy crossover. But no, The Mask is an actual character. It's way darker than what we got with Jim Carrey. And he does a lot of what Deadpool does. Zany shit. And it's interesting. I've only read a couple. I'm not an expert, but I remember when I was young, when The Mask first came out, I was a super fan of it. And I did research. And that's when I first found out, damn, it was based off a comic book. And I haven't read it since. But I remember when I was young, it was violent as fuck. It was Deadpool. I can't say before Deadpool, but it was in that vein. You feel me? So and when I'm watching all this zany shit, because at one point, nigga, Wade is choking Cable with his broken arm. That Cable broke.
That was creative. Yeah, I'll give him props to that.
You dig? So it was.
And I also like that callback that he gives him to right before in this little sort of standoff that they have when Deadpool takes Cable's gun and he's like, you might want to start talking now because I have a long history of shooting
at times like this. Yes, yeah. And that's when we find out that Cable's from the future and Deadpool talks too much because then Cable gets upper hand on him. And one thing I kept wondering throughout this movie, I think I settled on the fact that it is a magnetized gun and he's doing some magnet shit with his situation. But at first I thought he was doing some telekinetic shit because for the longest in comic books, whenever his eye glowed is when he was using his powers. And there's times when his eyes glow on here and there's times when it doesn't. So I was wondering, is this a subtle way of showing us that he's using his telekinesis right now and it's not just some machine in his fanny pack that he gonna fuck you with that man about? Right. I think I'm settling on
that fanny pack joke. Yeah, that running gag.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna settle on that. Okay, it was it was some device he had that made the gun. And that gun was amazing. I love the gun and the shield things that we're doing with Cable. They realized his character even without the powers in a very real way. Like they showed. Like in future films, they can get into him having powers, but if they don't, he's still a bad motherfucker.
Definitely.
You dig? And
I love Legacy. Oh yeah, the dubstep line too. I
then they play dubstep.
Yeah, he's like, since you're from the future, I have 3 questions for you. Which Sharknado are we on? Damn, what was the other one?
What Sharknado are we on? Is dubstep still a thing?
Oh yes, dubstep still a thing. And when do audience say the hell with the robotic arm?
That's what he said about the hell with the robotic arm?
Yeah.
I know he called this nigga with a Winter Soldier arm.
Yeah, when did I piss off an old dude with a Winter Soldier arm?
Deadpool is a huge fan of Marvel Universe. I mean, there's so many Marvel references and DC references that go. Because even that early one, I got a tussle with somebody, another of this crazy masked man. Apparently, we found out we both have a mom named Martha. Like, they kept on coming. Even in this scene with Cable, when him and Cable are fighting, oh my God, so dark. What are you from the DC universe? It's like,
I know.
I'm glad he gets to play with all of this. But what you about to say?
I don't remember.
They were fighting. I think you were talking about when they was having this showdown just now. They was fighting because this is before Russell hears that basically Wade makes him go away by saying I don't care about you. It's a classic trope to get the kid to get off his dick, because if you keep jumping on my dick, bro, you're gonna get yourself hurt. I'm trying to be like a bigger person for you right now, and nigga, leave me alone right now. Like he told him earlier, go find a friend and stop trying to beef with everybody. But
this is another good use of music. I was gonna say too. I like the music that plays sort of when what happens at the bomb go. Oh no, he pulls the pin on the bomb
right after Russell gets out the way because he heard Russell coming. That's one thing they had established, that he apparently a super hearing as well, because he heard the niggas coming when they was about to shoot up Vanessa. Later on, they make that joke with Dopinder in the cab when he like, I heard you coming for 30 seconds.
That gets away,
So it's like apparently Deadpool got some hearing, so I guess that he heard Russell right there. And to say, he said that shit to give him get the fuck.
You know what it is also too, I think about this that really makes this character work is that we know Ryan Reynolds and like we can, even when we're not seeing his face, we can imagine it, because like even when that line is said, it's like I could see his face smiling as he says it, even though he's under that mask. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can. You know how actors, it used to be this huge thing in Hollywood where actors didn't want to take roles like this because they're not going to cover up their face, right? This is the moneymaker. But now like people aren't afraid of that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we still get a lot of Ryan without a mask on in this movie.
We still get a lot of, but Burt fucking Ryan.
But we don't get Ryan.
We get Wade.
But that's still more face than you respect Deadpool, because Deadpool don't be taking his mask off like that in comics all the time now.
True. Yeah, like
we saw a lot more Ryan than I expected. When you say that, I didn't think about that till you just said it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? This is like in the sequel. I think somebody said, Ryan, you gotta show your face a little bit more. Even his burnt face, that's a nice. Yeah, luckily for him, burnt face.
Look, we're gonna fix
it's still him, man. Because we even get real Ryan later. We get all kind of Ryan.
We get real Ryan later.
You dig?
I also had a question about that too when we get there, and remind me about a little scar that's on his head when we get there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool.
Now.
Well, I will explain it. I will explain it when we get there. Cool. That is awesome.
But
yes.
Well, where were we in this? Like they get he lights up a grenade. They blow up, and Wade gets thrown.
Dies.
He dies again apparently.
Goes to his dreamscape.
And Cable, he holds on, and there's something I want to touch bases on, but I guess he'll come back to me. I forgot what it was. But like he goes back to his dreamscape with Vanessa, and that's when Vanessa tells him your heart isn't in the right place. No, that's not. She says it here.
No, she already said it.
She already says that the heart isn't in the right place. So this time she just basically says you got to watch out for the kid, or she says something that
moves him to think he has to go protect the kid.
You did, and once again, that's how they use. That's the device they're using as basically keep him grounded and keep him anchored. Oh, and now that I think about this, if every time he dies, he can see her for a few minutes, dog, we're gonna see a lot more suicides in this man.
Just kill himself,
just to talk to her and get together. I hope they don't go that dark.
But it's hard to kill him though, man. I mean, he keeps taking shit to the head. Like so many things get stabbed through the head, like continuously in every movie. It's like, well, shit. Dude, it's kind of hard to kill him. An
interesting fun fact that they do show in this film, even though he has the healing factor and he's kind of immortal and shit, he feels everything that happens to him.
Right.
That's how come he doesn't just. That's how come some people be like, well, why doesn't he just? He can just die. How come he doesn't just blow himself up or take the bullets? Nigga, he don't really want to take those bullets because they hurt.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to lose
They
those
feel like
limbs
being shot.
because he feels that. So if I could go, even if I could grow my legs and my arms and shit back, I don't want to lose them and go through the pain of that in order to grow back what I already have and don't have to use.
Well, let me tell you, I can't wait to talk about that scene.
Oh, that shit crazy. So Wade decides that he's gonna save the kid. He's gonna rescue the kid. He goes back to the bar. He's talking to his partner TJ. I'm gonna say TJ because I can't think of his name in this movie.
Right, I can't think of his name.
And they decide they're gonna make a squad.
They're gonna get a team together.
And they decide to have this. I love the auditions. And each one of these people come with headshots.
Yeah.
The actor in me was joked out. They came up with headshot resumes. All of them came with headshots.
I like how I like the catfishing joke when old boy comes in there.
Peter?
Yeah, and he looks not completely different, but definitely different stages of life.
That is a film industry joke, dog. That's why I was laughing so hard at that scene.
know,
because
right?
they often say that actors, you look like your current headshots, and they often tell us like of all these actors that be coming, they don't look nothing like their headshots, and that's a problem for motherfuckers that be casting when you come there and you look like you, and you look at that picture and it don't look like you. I was a straight film industry joke, dog. Peter did not look like his headshot, and that, oh my god. Once again, thank you guys for that. Thank you guys. But before we even get to that, we have Cable looking at himself in the mirror and making sure he good. And apparently he keep healing nicely because this nigga got some lives on him. Cable get fucked up. He gets fucked up a lot. And he's surviving a lot. And we get to look at his that virus, that techno-organic virus that's taking over his body. And once again, they don't explain it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking my man's a machine here.
And he's not, but he's also, we get this point where he's flashback and we see more of grown-up Fire Fist.
But I didn't know, or at least I don't know if we know exactly that that's him just yet, do we?
Not necessarily, but
no, we do know because
he says
already
it.
come back.
He says it, yeah, and it goes straight from that hint of Fire Fist about to kill his family straight to the younger version of him in jail trying to figure out what he gonna do.
Yeah.
And when he uses the commotion of black time picking on people to go make his first
big friend,
the monster, which has already been still Juggernaut. That was great.
Oh right, yeah,
we already spoken on it. Fucking Juggernaut. And like I said, it was in this scene when he's knocking that I was like, okay, it's gonna be Juggernaut. If it's not because I didn't know who it
because
I kept thinking
but I was open for anyone
who is super powered and relevant. And I couldn't think of anybody else who could be a relevant villain. And because I knew they wouldn't go with the Blob. You feel me?
I was trying to think of somebody that they hadn't already done that they might pull out here. And I was like, maybe that's the route they're going to go. But we've seen a Juggernaut before, which we've also seen a Colossus before. So, it makes sense.
But it was a great proto surprise. Like, none of their marketing, no secret about this ever leaked. You know what I mean? This came out of nowhere.
No clue.
No clue. So that was part of the beauty of it, dog. So he makes his friend, and now we get to these auditions, and we start off with Bedlam, Terry Crews' character with the electric prowess. Then we get the Zeitgeist, who could apparently shoot freaking poisonous venom out his mouth. All these rejects on some shit.
Let's just say it, man. I'm so fucking disappointed with what they did here. It was funny. But, oh man, I'm so disappointed we have no X-Force.
Shouts out to the Vanisher. We do have an X-Force.
God damn it, man. We lost Terry Crews. We lost my man who spits Venom. We lost Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Shattershock.
Shout out to Brad Pitt.
Shattershock is a real comic character, dog. Like, really? Mojo World is a real... Man, no, I know you remember Mojo World.
Mojo World?
Okay, no. This was also in the old cartoon, son. Mojo World is this spot, man. This nigga named Mojo, dog. He likes to... It's like the world. He's in his own dimension, and all the other dimensions is TV. You know what I mean? Remember he kidnaps the X-Men because he wanted to have his own fucking highest ratings in his dimension. Yeah, that's what Mojo World is. And Shattershock, he one of them niggas from Mojo World.
Oh.
Yeah, son. So like, dude, they're doing deep cuts here, dog.
All right.
And none of these niggas was X-Force people. That's what I'm saying. By the end of the movie,
they're all gone. I mean, they all
Fire Fist is an X-Force person. We got him at the end of the movie. Domino was X-Force. We got her at the movie. Cable is X-Force. Cable's one of the originators of X-Force. X-Force started because X-Force was supposed to be... Yeah, because Cyclops, I think I put Cable in charge of it or whatever, and they were supposed to be the motherfuckers that did the dirt that the X-Men couldn't do. Because the X-Force people, they're assassins. It's like, nigga, we going on the missions to kill motherfuckers, or we going on these secrets, these missions. Like we're the team. Like once again, we the team that do that there. That's what X-Force is supposed to be. Okay. So the squad where we get at the end of the movie is, even if you throw Colossus on that bitch, that's not a bad team. We got Colossus, Domino, Deadpool. We got a squad, bro. And they can always add someone else. You feel me? Well, you add Havoc, I think he's dead or something.
I mean, I guess we have the team, but I was kind of. I guess I'm really sad that Terry Crews got it's
the only person we lost.
I'm really sad about Terry.
Only person we lost was Terry Crews, and the thing is,
the other dude, the Venom's been
fuck him,
volcanic, whatever.
Other people, your boy Shadow Shock, whatever the fuck his name is, though. Like I was curious to see what he could do. Like that felt like a loss. That's a
big loss. We don't even know what he could have did.
Man, I mean,
that's a big loss.
Whatever, dog. I like X-Force. I like the squad we get at the end, and once again, we see this first shot of Zazie Beetz in her debut as Domino with Deadpool, and she goes back and forth nicely with Ryan Reynolds, and I like how they flipped the Domino birthmarks. She's a black woman. They made it like she had vitiligo in that spot, and that's what they was going for. They say with the makeup to make it seem like it was more of a vitiligo situation.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a makeup thing.
No, because you know, Domino in the comics is opposite. She's white, and she actual white skin with the black thing around her.
Right,
yeah. Okay. So since she's a black woman, they gave her the white patch in a way, and they said the way that they went with it was it's like she had vitiligo in that spot, and so that's the flip. And
it still looks like dope. It looks very intentional too. Which that's
I love.
Cool. It looks cool. Man,
I'm still laughing at that. They're using headshots to be superhero parts of this team.
I like how your boy's pissed off that you.
Peter, they let Peter on.
Yeah, he has no powers whatsoever.
Dog,
Dopender.
I love that. That shit was so and Dopender.
Like, fuck!
You made this man clean up piss. You got him doing errands in the background, and this nigga just showed up with an old headshot. You let him on.
I mean, come on, dude. That means there were no standards for this game whatsoever.
Dude, usually in these montages, dog, we see who makes it and who's the standouts, and they look like they just accepted everyone.
Anybody who applied.
They couldn't even prove that Vanisher was there.
But he still made it.
Oh, but I know something I remember now. When you talked about being able to tell Ryan Reynolds' face through the mask, I feel like it always can tell his face through the mask when he does those gestures with his arms doing in a circle. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, peace be with you. Those things we has. I always, because that's some Van Wilder shit. Like, dog, there's certain things that he's picked up over the years that he just throws into this freaking gumbo of freaking Deadpool that it's I can always say, a good actor over time, dog, you get this like bag of tricks or this bag of things over experiences, or you get this bag of characters, and at any given time there's something from one of these characters that you can use for another character, and it's fresh again because you're using it through the lens of this new character in a way that you didn't use it before, but you still got it to maneuver how you need to use it. So yeah, do that shit. This is a scene that this was disjointed to me.
Which one? Where your boy gets kidnapped here?
The first time
TJ Miller?
The first time, because for some reason I felt like I missed this part of TJ walking out of the spot, the bar, and Cable following him. Because I think I must have blinked. I don't know what happened. Because the first time I watched it, I was like, wait, how did they get here? Yeah, how Cable just got this man out the blue. But watching the second time around, seeing that, okay, Cable somehow knew where he was and kidnapped him, okay, that it made it a bit more clear, dog. But at first I was like, okay, he got this man some kind of way. And it was a hilarious scene where he was like, I'm going to give you all the information. Self-preservation at his best.
I thought that was pretty funny. Also, too, I thought it was interesting that, well, I guess because they're just about to go into the mission, so I guess that's the excuse. But it's like, if you knew where the bar was, it seems like you would have ran into Deadpool at some point before this mission started, or if you were scoping it out or whatever. But I don't know. Anyway, I guess y'all missed paths. But
either way it goes, he's not looking for Deadpool. He wants info.
Right, fair enough.
Deadpool ain't gonna give him no info, so he gonna get the, he trying to catch.
You think he kidnapped
sidekick TJ
to get the scoop on where the van's going, where the transport's going.
He didn't know where everything was. He doesn't know where Russell is. He don't know what's the schematics.
He does give him that information.
Yes, that's the only reason he kidnapped him. He wasn't trying to get Deadpool. And you know, so he gets the information quite easily, like it's in a hilarious scene. And then we get to Deadpool making his plan with his team, X-Force, and he's making
drawn in crayon,
literally, and crayon. And apparently, there's supposedly some Easter egg in this that I heard about in this map. If we look closely, involving Hugh Jackman, I didn't catch it even in the second watching, and I would have to probably go back to catch it. But in this, he's breaking it down, and it did get a big laugh this time around when it says how tall Cable is. He's not like the comic books. And that's once again, that's just how these nerds, like how a lot of nerds that we know get mad. Like, oh my God, he's not 7'8". How can he do this?
So we're gonna mention it so you guys don't, give a shit about it.
I mean, we're gonna break all the walls we can. We're the movie that can mention this. And I love this little scene with Peter saying, I don't know if that Cable guy, I know he hasn't killed as many people as mesothelioma.
Is that what
was it melanoma or some shit?
As he put
as he put the freaking sunscreen on his face. Like, Peter was, this is a hilarious addition. And we get this cliched on purpose. You always get this in these superhero scenes.
Rah-rah speech.
Rah-rah speech on the hangar before you jump off the plane, and everybody's sitting there getting amped like it was
like, yeah, man, we're gonna do it. I am an X-Men trainee.
Now this is when we get into this part, dog. This is what I was wondering, dude, because the Wakanda Forever he does for the X-Force.
Okay,
is this on purpose or is this an accidental troll?
I really think it's accidental
because knowing their humor, they would have played to
deliberately.
He would at least say at some point, X-Force Forever.
They would have even.
He would have said X-Force Forever or something.
In it later on.
Something.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't
because he called her boy the Brown Panther. But I feel like no one saw that Wakanda Forever because no one saw Black Panther being as big as it gotten. And I don't think there's no way they could have called the how Wakanda Forever became such a thing in the zeitgeist, pun intended. So, because I know if you'd have known beforehand that mannerism Wakanda Forever would have been that big,
that would have been the symbol.
He would have threw something in there because every time he put up X-Force, I kept thinking Wakanda Forever, and I kept thinking, is he doing this on purpose?
I feel like it was still a thing in enough time for him to make a comment. I think it was just a conscious a decision to not make a comment about it.
I don't think so.
I think they still had enough time. Like, so for example, so I've never actually been a part of like a major film or anything, but you've got some experience here. How much time would they need to save to add like a voiceover joke? Like how late into the release date?
It depends on when they got into post-production and when did they wrap. Now, there's certain films you can probably sneak some shit in there, but if they like, let's say because Black Panther came out in February.
Let's say in April 1st they knew that Wakanda Forever was a thing, and this was all filmed.
But I feel like this was all filmed. I don't know how. There's a way. You're right. There's a way they could have gone back, but I feel like.
What?
I feel like they probably. The way they do their humor, son, if they was going to make a Black Panther joke, we would have caught it for real.
Right.
Like, this feels like a troll job. Because he keeps doing it as if he wants... Like,
I know, it keeps coming back. Every time you see it, you think about it.
I think it's an accidental troll. Like they wanted to be its own thing as a little joke with X-Force. Isn't it cute that people making X? And it just so happened that the exact same mannerism became a big thing for black people in Wakanda Forever. Because I swear, dog, just knowing them, I just feel like they would have said something about Black Panther. And he did this about 3 times with the X. I feel like accent or put forever behind it, or something would have been thrown up knowing the way they do their humor. He called Cable Thanos, for God's sake. You mean to tell me he wouldn't have made something?
Right.
So I think that they didn't after the fact. I feel like after the fact Ryan Reynolds is kicking himself because I feel like after the fact he's thinking, damn.
That was a missed opportunity. That's all right, but you know what? We hit him with 100 more jokes.
You feel me?
It's cool.
And one of the funniest sequences in the whole film is when all these people fall to their death.
Oh
man.
Which
Which you hate.
We
lost our X-Force.
It felt I wanted more Terry Crews. It would have been nice to sort of see what this team could have done, but it was like it's one of those misdirects where it's like you're really, really excited about something and then they take it from you. It's like, okay.
I laughed so hard at the scene at everyone.
I laughed. Honestly, I didn't laugh. That first time I was like, holy shit.
They killed.
And I'm thinking like Terry Crews isn't dead.
I thought he
He's not
survived.
dead.
Yeah,
I thought he survived. The first time.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like he might have survived, and then it was like no, this. He died a real death just now.
That was
like, because in real life that shit happens. Yeah, you dead, motherfucker.
No.
But like you figure in this movie, maybe.
I thought he survived until I saw everyone dying.
Oh, okay.
Because like, I was like, maybe he just took a bad hit. Maybe.
Oh, when they went to the next thing, I was like, nah.
Yeah, no, but when Shattered, when your boy got sliced up into the propellers, I was like, oh no, they're killing everyone. That's the joke.
Yeah.
And then I just bust. I could not stop laughing.
Shit,
and then shouts out to Brad Pitt who actually came through and did that goddamn cameo.
I know, right? Yeah, I didn't realize it the first time around. My friend had said it out loud. I was like, oh shit, Brad Pitt, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it is. And but then like right when I caught it, it went away. But
and they said he came through. He was cool about it. He did it for the free. He did it for the love. Or
wow,
whatever, yeah.
Okay,
I think his kids, like he's a fan of Deadpool, or his kids are a fan of Deadpool, or something. Somebody's a fan.
Cool.
He just did up the love. He came through. Nigga said he shot his scene in like 30, 45 minutes. Boom, in and out.
Oh, all right, cool.
Quick little cameo, son.
Yeah, that's
yes.
dope, right?
So
Cool.
that was nice, man. And
Good,
but everybody
get more
died.
efficient.
We thought Peter was gonna survive, but he did. He died being a hero.
Oh, my
and then he get the
God.
venom on. Like this whole setup was
It's
hilarious,
so sad
dog.
how it happens, dude.
And in all this, everybody dies.
This is very sad, dude.
Nigga, no, I laughed. It was hilarious, dog.
Oh
but
my
Domino
God.
survived, of course, because
Of
she
course,
had to.
there's no way you gonna kill Luck, man.
And everything.
Look at this.
And
dude.
this and Deadpool hops on the scooter, and that's straight from the comic books. I forget which
He steals somebody's scooter.
I mean, no, that red scooter he would ride around in it. And
okay.
pause. I caught this Easter egg the second time I
Pryor's
watched it.
Treats?
Pryor's Treats.
Who's that?
Madeline Pryor, Cable's mom, owned. Her family comes from ice cream. They own like ice cream and shit. So she comes from like Madeline Pryor, like this some deep cut X-Men shit. Comes from a family that made like they didn't call it Pryor's Treats, I don't think, but that is like some ice cream family. So this is a direct Easter egg to that Madeline Pryor, Cable's mom. You dig? That's ignorant. So yeah. Now so we come up on my favorite sequence in this film is the Lady Luck, Domino, man. She lands up in there.
This is my favorite sequence involving her. Yeah, definitely.
This is I love
She has
this
a couple
sequence.
more moments, but
And
yeah, I love this.
the
one.
way that they show her powers with Luck working to her advantage through everything. I thought it was incredible. I loved how they did that. And once again, she's swag. She's this character. She makes it look effortless. It all works. And you know, she gets to the truck. They can try to pull a gun out on it. Doesn't work. Cars are crashing. Everything's just working for the chaos. And I love to see more of this. And she handles the action scenes quite nicely. Like Zazie, yo, you did your thing.
Yeah,
You feel
I'm
me?
nervous for her at moments, and then it's like, well, no, don't be. 'Cause
She's Lady Luck.
She's Lady Luck.
She's fucking Lady Luck.
Yeah, but yeah, she lives up to that.
And the choreography was the entire sequence of Cable trying to take over because Domino's taking over the truck that has the mutant prisoners on there that's housing Russell as well as the Juggernaut as well as Black Tom and all these people.
And Cable starts just throwing people out.
Nigga, that was some shit, right?
Yeah, it kind of made my stomach.
Like damn, nigga, like Cable, so you're murdering these other people just to get the Russell. That doesn't make you any better.
Yeah, you don't even know who the fuck you throwing out. You just throwing this random person out. Like,
and I understand
how does
that
benefit you.
And I understand that they are prisoners, which leads us to believe that they're bad guys. But you know that some of these quote unquote bad guys may only be there because they're mutants.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
So, but I love, the whole sequence between them two. Like they have their fight, and Deadpool's trying to win, and he has that innuendo of she's coming through the back door.
I don't mean for these to sound.
These are accidental innuendos.
Yeah,
I do them when I'm nervous, and then he comes to save her life at a point, and like all this action works for me, man.
There's most of their stuff, all Domino stuff, like this whole sequence.
Domino versus Cable, Cable versus Deadpool again. He does the bullet cut he did from X-Men War Origins, and then gets shot the fuck up.
Oh my god, no, I love the fact, that he gets shot up and he's like,
ow, full of bullets. Because I think he does this incredible thing with the sword, slashing up all these bullets to only get shot more than
I want to say that was in the trailer too. It was something I was like, I kind of saw coming before he actually started taking a bunch of shots.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I saw this part before. But it still made me laugh.
And everything just leads to this huge reveal of the Juggernaut.
Motherfucking Juggernaut.
Oh, before we even get to this, the Juggernaut bursts out, saves Russell and as soon as he bursts out, Deadpool's Deadpool and Cable both are looking at the same time, and while they're holding each other, like, what the fuck? And then everything bursts out, and once again, Lady Luck, she lands in the goddamn
on a panda,
inner tube, and she swags it, but everybody else lands messed up,
effortless.
And Juggernaut comes out, and Deadpool tries to appeal to and wait, here was funny. Deadpool seems like a fan of Juggernaut. Like he even says, "You're one of my favorite characters in Marvel."
Oh man, that was the funniest line. Yeah, man. It's always been my dream to see myself in your reflection as you stomp toward me murderously with that look in your eye. Not now.
Yeah, and he actually gets ripped in half.
He's like, I'm gonna rip you in half.
Which has happened to Deadpool a few times in comic books.
Oh, has it? Yeah, it was like, damn.
That's happened to him and Wolverine. Oh, it's a weird shit. Like
really?
The way they make these guys like sometimes certain artists and certain writers make their healing factors different, like certain power levels, and you'll be amazed at the things that they'll put on these niggas' healing factors. I'm like, wait. Nigga, Wolverine, your face got blown off. How did that grow back? Like Deadpool, you got ripped in all pieces. But you know what? At least with Deadpool, they show it in the movie when they play it for laughs. Him growing back his limbs.
Back, yeah. And, another one of my favorite sequences. I think that's one of my favorite comedic sequences.
I mean, we're coming up on it. Basically, Domino helps him up, and she has hilarious when she sees a Juggernaut. She's like, "Fuck this," and but she helps him out, and she brings him back to his apartment. I guess they're gonna regroup. Cable once again survives the world, and once again we on to the thing with the baby legs. Oh my God, this is a great callback and flip from the first one to this. This was cool, and everybody comes to the crib, but basically as a hurrah. And I love this little sequence with sidekick TJ is like, man, yeah, I told Cable everything that he needed to know, but I'm really here so
to help you guys get ready for me not to go.
Yes, and just the visual of the baby legs is just.
Yeah, dude, it made me crack up. Like I don't know, man. The first time around, I'm rolling laughing this entire time. This is one of those moments where I was telling you, I missed a lot of the jokes here, which I got to catch them the second time around.
Right.
Because I was just, every time they cut to his legs,
yeah,
I'm rolling, I'm just dying laughing. I'm like, how y'all gonna do this? And then they did the Basic Instinct moment where there was just, I don't know what happened really. I don't know what was said. I cannot tell you because there was no getting my shit together after that.
And Cable pops up, and now you've seen the team come together. Cable says, "I need your help because your stupid ass let out the Juggernaut." And I love how they come together.
We get the dynamic we want. Everybody working on the same team.
And one thing I do like that they added in there that plays to, because it's a very funny and unique and great relationship that Deadpool and Cable have, even in the comic books, that they're so opposite, but they seem to work, and they're not supposed to.
Right.
They gave us a through line here when Cable says, "You remind me of my wife," and that lets you know. And it was played for laughs, but but the through line was, that's how come I could put up with your bullshit, because I see you, the jokes and the stupid shit that you're on is really just masking your pain, and you really do care about shit. And I think that's why Cable, you know what I mean? And even later when Cable sees him sacrifice himself, when you wonder why would Cable even want to partner with this putz, and you see he knows, because he's that one line to me tells me why Cable would team up with Deadpool moving forward. It's like I see through the bullshit.
Right.
You heard me, and you're a good man, and that's what's proven to him later. So once again, we get the actual X-Force coming together, and they decide like we're gonna save Russell. And Cable saying you only got 30 seconds.
Find the remaining members. It's like the last concert for Destiny's Child. It's the remaining members, everybody. The remaining members.
And we get.
But then they keep those the joke with Cable about him being racist.
A racist.
Yeah. Can you mind shutting that music off?
It was Dopinder's music. They ride around in a cab, and he's like, "You're still intolerant."
Right. Making it weird. But what did you think about this scene here? It took me a second to remember I think was it Say Anything that this is from?
Dude, I watched this knowing that this is a call to something, and I just kept on saying, I need to ask somebody what this is a call to. What movie is this? Because I went straight to the Common video, but I know the Common video was a call to that movie. Oh, your eyes still green, girl?
Yeah, right.
So, but I know that's a play into a movie, but I don't remember. I didn't see the movie. But I noticed all the white people around me were just laughing their asses off because they knew. And I just was so mad because I didn't. an arrogant observer, if you do get a chance to listen to this and watch the movie, I wish you could tell us where is this, this movie from? Where's the scene calling back to where Deadpool's trying to appeal to Colossus to come be a part of the team? But Colossus doesn't come. But it was a mini little boombox. He's playing this beautiful music, this loving music too. And we already know Colossus is gonna come.
Right, yeah. Once he leaves and stuff, he's gonna show up later on. I like how Deadpool though is all taped up from being ripped in half by Juggernaut.
Yeah,
you can see the actual duct tape around him. I thought that was pretty fun. And
some of it's probably from the bullet holes as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Right. Fair enough.
This man is using the same suit. It's established that this is the same suit. It's not like how Batman and Black Panther and Iron Man have all these millions of suits that they get to. No, he keeps on having to fix up his same suit.
One. So what I was thinking, Domino mentions that this orphanage is a place where she grew up, or actually better said, was tortured.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hoping it was going to play out a little bit more, I guess, with some more flair or whatever. Like, she basically just kind of goes in Rex's house and that's it. I was thinking maybe she was going to go in and, kill her torturer or something, or a nurse who, was particularly cruel to her.
If anything, instead of Russell making a kill on the headmaster, she could have done it.
Yeah, kind of thing.
There's a few times where I thought someone else was going to make that kill for Fire Fist to prevent him from doing it. And
which it kind of winds up happening that way.
In a way, yeah. And even with the headmaster guy, I kept on yelling, "Why are you still here?" He had so many opportunities to escape. I understand this is your spot, but nigga trying to kill you here. And at this moment, later on into it, where they have Russell's full attention. Cable and Deadpool have his full attention. Nigga, you do not have to stay here to watch and wonder what the fuck's gonna happen. But before we even get into that, it was some convenient shit. I felt like they wanted to just give Domino something to do. And they did. I feel like they backwards wrote in, she did say, even in the first interview, I feel like there's gonna be a reason that's gonna be why I'm here. And she said it once in the interview. She said it again when she carried Deadpool on her back. He said, "Is this maybe this is your cosmic reason for being here, saving me right now?" She's like, "Nah, I don't think that's what it is." So it kept playing
saving the kids there.
They kept playing especially my second time around. I got to see that it wasn't this, because my first time around I felt like randomly y'all could just shoehorn in that she grew up here too.
Yeah, like what's the connection?
They played it up as, this is my cosmic connection. They kept saying it. So second viewing, I give it away. But and she killed all the people in front of the kids, and she saved these kids and all that. But I still feel like it would have probably been more out of the blue if she just would have killed him. It probably would have been a better way to connect as well. She grew up in this torturous place, besides killing all those orderlies, whoever these people were. Great scene, though. I like the way they used their luck in that scene to kill those motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, man. That scene always gets a big response, man, when at least that final kill at it, where it sort of, just luckily happens, where all these things sort of fall on this guy, and it pins him on the bed, and you think, oh, that's it, that's all he gets. Yeah. And then the fucking dresser falls down and knocks his goddamn head off.
Brutal.
Man. Oh yeah, dude. It's something that it's like a damn type moment every single time.
I mean, if she's good with killing all them people, I don't see why she just didn't kill your boy. That's why I stand by the headmaster guy.
Fair enough. I mean, like you make a good argument for it. It's like I can't. Yeah.
And meanwhile, while all this is going on, Juggernaut is kicking all the ass. And I don't know why they're thinking that these bullets is going to work on Juggernaut. I was so glad to see Colossus show up after Juggernaut basically kicked all of their asses in and out.
Colossus almost got his ass kicked by the girl from the last movie.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I know Juggernaut's about to put his foot in his ass, man.
Oh, he did. But, the fight's dirty.
But then he started, like, when you haven't been fighting dirty, man? You just starting shit? Well, let's get this going,
if it's Juggernaut, he needs to always be dirty. He punching in the balls. He got the brass knucks. Big CGI fight. I love that little line from Deadpool or whatever. And, it was on. And I love how the X-Men eventually had to come and save Colossus.
I love how
right here
Colossus comes in.
It says when he runs by this poster, while Russell was hunting down the headmaster, because what was about to say? Finish your points. I'm trying to get to this part on the scene. What you're saying about Colossus?
Colossus. I love how Colossus comes in and saves Deadpool with the slow music and
and he got the thing in his head.
Yeah, and he pulls it out and he's like kind of carrying him and he's like he takes his hand and he's like look at me kind of thing, dude. I was just I don't know.
More than gay moments.
I love that whole sequence because it plays more into the thing that she tells him at the very end. And she's like, "Don't fuck Colossus."
Don't fuck Colossus.
And it's like, no, you've really been building this, been leaving these breadcrumbs through this entire movie and previously.
It works.
So, yeah, it works.
Look at this poster here. I got to pause, man. M Day is near. So they another little Easter egg about the M Day storyline. I don't think they're actually gonna do that storyline, but that's some funny shit that they threw in there. And Russell. And did you think Russell was gonna actually kill him, or what do you think was gonna happen here? Because he coming pretty close.
Yeah, he came pretty close. No, I thought they were gonna save him. I was pretty sure on it. I didn't see them doing it the way they did, and sort of us going back and forth like this. I guess. Well, we'll get to it.
And I like the fact that he kept on trying to get him to say that line that he kept saying to him while he tortured him.
Yeah,
and
we get to see that in the
flash forward. Technically,
right? Yeah,
that's the line that he adopted when he became a killer. After he killed this man
like
the
that's
first
something
time.
he never forgot. He held on to.
And he says it, you know what I mean, by my hand.
You planted.
Right, so it all comes around in a nice way, and Cable gives Deadpool more than 30 seconds. Cable gives Deadpool a bunch of times to not kill him because he had that killing blow. Because even when he burned down the spot and Cable had a shot, and Deadpool keeps trying to talk to him, and his first time that Deadpool gets him before he puts on the collar,
right,
it almost looked like he reached him. He had a nice little speech.
It did. It seemed like it. Yeah. He did. And then the kid, it's like you can't make the same apology twice. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like the kid needed something extra.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't quite enough.
He had a reason to not. He had a reason not to trust him.
Yeah. I mean, because he pledged his allegiance to him, and he told him, "You mean nothing to me."
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it was hilarious as this, though. They did explain why Juggernaut was down with just going with his kid's plan. It just made it seem like, well, Juggernaut just had nothing better to do, and he was like, well, fuck it.
You know what? I'm free.
I'm free. Let's go pray. Let's go destroy some shit.
Yeah, let's fucking shut up is my legal middle name.
and once again, they played the humor and the drama good with Deadpool trying to reach this kid. The kid blasts him away, and he goes again. I thought after the kid blasts him away, that was it.
I thought so too. I thought it was like, okay, well, time. Sorry, kid. We tried.
We tried. We tried. Somebody's gonna kill a kid or somebody's gonna kill a headmaster, but it was no going back. But Deadpool pulls on the collar.
Yeah, when he first pulls that collar out, I'm thinking that he's like, well, you know, we don't have to kill you, kid, but we definitely got to put this bad boy back on you. And instead he puts it on himself, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now what's the fucking plan? You just want this kid to kill you? And I get like, all right, cool. That's.
I mean, he's really trying to show him I'm here for you because that's how he won the kid over in the first place. He took a life for the kid. And once again, he's saying, okay, I'm going to put a life on the line for you to realize, dog, I'm really here for you. I'm really down for you. So in this whole sequence, Cable like, fuck that. They got a bullet left in this gun. I'm going to get this gun. And sidebar, Yukio, I don't remember her name, Nega Teenage Rawhead, they show up to help out Colossus. That was a pretty good, interesting thing with Colossus spit his tooth out or some G shit.
Yo, yeah. But I love that fight sequence too. Like, that shit was pretty good too. But when old boy rips the back of Juggernaut's pants,
and ass come out,
I automatically know they're gonna shove something up
his ass. And they shove.
And like when I see that little cable, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna shove that cable up his ass.
Yes.
I'm like, oh shit, there's a pool, nigga. Oh shit, they're gonna shove a cable up his ass, and he's gonna fall into a pool. He's gonna electrocute his ass. Oh shit,
X-Men United. You know what I mean?
X-Men United. Goddamn.
And I guess you could say that's for his brother because they even said earlier, Juggernaut even said made a Professor X reference that my brother's in a wheelchair, so you know that's even
right. Yeah, I know. I thought that was pretty dope too.
Because Russell said, so you wear that helmet so your brother can't read your mind?
Once again, doing the character better than Mr. Bryan Singer.
Yes, indeed.
It's his fault, man. It is.
So we're in this huge sequence, and Cable goes for the gun. Deadpool goes for Cable. Deadpool jumps in front of the bullet and takes a bullet for Fire Fist, and Cable shoots him. And that's when the Russell was like, damn, he took a bullet from me and everybody. And for whatever reason, the headmaster is still back here and not leaving. But Russell, sees
he has
that
no escape plan.
You gave your life for me, dog. Now in this whole situation, this death scene that Deadpool had already told us was coming. He said he was dying in this movie, just like Logan. Yeah. What did you think was gonna happen? Did you instantly think, okay, Cable's gonna go back in time, or how do you think they was gonna play this hilariously long death scene?
I don't know. You know, I was like, well, honestly, when it happened, I thought that they were just gonna actually let him die and just have that be the end of it, right? But to have Cable go back, that was a complete shock to me out of left field. I had no clue. And also, too, you know what I thought also might happen? Just an easy thing, I just didn't know exactly how, is that somebody was just going to take that fucking collar off of him.
And he's going to just come back?
Yeah, he's just going to come back because it's like, what choice does he have once that collar comes off? Bitch, you're coming back to life. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought was going to happen. Like, somebody was just going to forcibly take it off. I just didn't know how exactly, you know?
I'm like, I felt dumb because, like, watching the second time in particular, especially seeing the bear come back once again, like, you know, they did make Russell turn over to the good side, and, you know, I mean, Cable's family was saved. And as soon as we saw Cable do the shit on his watch, I was like, oh yeah, duh, of course, you got time travel. But they said it so specifically that he only could get home with that. Right. And the fact that, you know what I mean, he liked Deadpool, but he didn't like him like that. You know what I'm saying? Cable made it clear that he was about his mission, and I was like, I think they misdirected me enough to feel like, okay, they're not going to have Cable do this, or made me not even think about Cable doing it. So I just kept on watching like, damn, I'm along for the ride. What y'all going to do with this Deadpool? Like, because y'all can technically do anything, as we can see in the mid-credit scene. Like, you know what I mean? You can do anything the fuck you want. Yeah. So, yeah.
How serious are we supposed to take that mid-credit scene?
We're going to get to that. But, okay. Yeah, I like the scene. I like his death scene. It was funny yet poignant. And even in it was so poignant, it made you go, wait, are they really going to undo all of this goodwill and this speech and all this shit? But when Cable decided to do the time travel back, they took it back far enough that they didn't sully that speech because it went far back enough for it to not have happened. Because it would have sucked if he went back right before the speech and did some kind of way to save him. So it worked. It was kind of sad that it was sad when he went to see Vanessa in that heaven world, and for a second he turns back to old Wade, and for a second it feels like he's gonna stay there.
I thought he was gonna fight a little harder to stay there too. Even watching it the second time, I'm like, yeah, I still feel like he would have fought a little harder.
But how at this point,
you know, right? Yeah, I get. It's just a matter of acceptance.
Shouts out to Colossus saying fuck, but continue.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I have a good time in hell, Swamp Mouth. I love that. But it was still heartbreaking though to kind of watch him have to leave. He got, even though I still feel like that there maybe could have been a little bit more fight there. But yeah, it's dude, it's like they still managed to, because how they wheeled, I think, women in there, these are women who don't really do superhero movies. The way that they wheeled, I think the way that they wheeled women into the first movie was it was an actual love story, and this. And I'm sure a lot of them came back expecting the same kind of love story, which we get more of this sort of.
I mean, that's what these scenes are for.
Yeah,
for those people, for those women that love that love story, or not just women, because men love it too.
Men love it too, right? I mean, I like me a good.
That is there for that. That is there for that. They keep that connection going. I don't know how. The next movie is X-Force, so that's gonna be a whole different type of thing.
Oh, is Deadpool's gonna be an X-Force?
That's the two movies that's coming next.
Oh, that's his movie. X-Force is Deadpool's movie.
Yeah.
It's
essentially Deadpool 3 in a way. Some people made a joke that Deadpool for the franchise might be ignorant enough to make Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, X-Force, and then Deadpool 4. Like this franchise is silly enough that they might name Deadpool 3 Deadpool 4 just because X-Force is going to be a Deadpool movie. They said the next time we see him is going to be X-Force.
And that'll be a Disney movie at that point, right? No.
X-Force is about to film soon, so X-Force will be before they even make the Disney crossover. Oh, because the Disney stuff, if it goes down, and once again Comcast is trying to throw a wrench in it. They got other people trying to throw a wrench in it, but if it goes through, it won't go through for another year. We won't see. It's
gonna still be a while.
Yeah, we won't see the remnants of what's gonna happen with that until after Avengers 4, like Phase 4. Or whatever, when that's official, is going to most likely have whatever that future holds. So they have time to do X-Force. They have time to drop this Dark Phoenix that's coming. They have time for this New Mutants that's still coming out. And they may even have time for Deadpool 3, depending. It depends on how they want to play the situation.
Right.
So he gets brought back to life by Cable, going back in time and using that token as a nice use of the token to put it right where he's going to shoot the gun. And now, in context, he shot the gun specifically at the token with some good-ass Cable aim, saved his life, and everything came together quite nicely. Like, they brought that together good. He did get his look. I love the callback with them. You guys kissed from his woman at the end. Like, I can understand you feeling like, damn, dog, you about to give up your woman and shit. So maybe a little bit more emotion. But I think at that point, he knows that I can't fight this.
Right.
It is what it is. But by the end of this movie, dog, like I said, we got the X-Force squad, man. Even Dopepenny come and kill the headmaster with the car and
the
shit.
The headmaster decides to come out and stop
and
these
talk
people.
shit.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. Why y'all talking
you deserve
shit?
That at that point, it's like at that you asking for it and you got it.
Your whole squad died. Your whole building has been burned to the ground.
And you up here campaigning for an ass whooping. Well, you just got elected.
Son, you telling them people you like, and then some racist ass shit. You out here talking, you muty nigger type motherfuckers, dog. What you thought was gonna happen, bro?
Right.
Well, you really just got high off the fact that Deadpool talked this kid down from killing you, dog. That does not stop nobody else.
I also like that joke in the beginning. We're the X-Men, tired. What is it? Euphemism for racism or something?
Yeah, 60s euphemism for racism, and then he goes to dap off the black.
He's like, "How's it going?" He's like,
still on guard and shit. And he even played with the name and called it sexist, man. That's why we're gonna be X-Force because
we're gonna be all inclusive.
All inclusive, and girl. I mean, when she said it was derivative, we forgot how he completely did. The meta-ness of that joke was she's the black woman in his mug, and y'all made X-Men more so like the white men and shit. So he said, "Oh, Peter, what did you say?" When she said it was derivative. I was like, "That's so dumb. That's a very clever joke. That might be too deep a cut for some people to catch."
Maybe.
But we have our squad as we have the hero walkout.
We can't quite in the movie. You can see Juggernaut coming out of the water in the bottom corner at the very, very last few frames.
I saw some movement, so that's what that was.
Him like kind of coming to. I guess he didn't kill him and knocked him out.
You can't kill Juggernaut.
Coming to, yeah, right. Apparently not.
Not without the helmet.
Juggernaut, bitch.
I'm not with the helmet on. Like he's only. That's gonna have points even in the fight scene. They kept trying to twist the helmet off because you take the helmet off, he's depowered. You know what I mean? Because that Juggernaut is not a mutant. Make that be known. Like him and Professor X are stepbrothers, and Professor X is a mutant, and he goes Juggernaut finds some magical shit. That's how he becomes Juggernaut. But anyway, great movie, dog. I fuck with it. I like I said from the top, dog. Like Deadpool 1, I feel is straight to the point, an easier to grasp movie. You know what I mean? Is less out there. But I had so much fun with Deadpool 2, and I'm going to see myself watching this again and again. And, and big ups to the mid-credit scene. And jokes on everyone that didn't, because we sat to the very end like Marvel movies, and there was no post-credit scene. And that hurt a nigga feelings. Because there was one for Deadpool 1.
At the right before we saw a friend, this guy told us that, there's a mid-credit scene, but there's not an end-credit
So you got the heads up. I ain't get the heads up. We sat there goofily.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So, but, that's the only reason why. Otherwise, we would have sat there.
Hell yeah.
Disappointed.
So, hilarity of the mid-credit scene. It make you wonder, so does this count? Because he had Nigga Teenage Warhead, Nigga Sonic Teenage Warhead.
Was this real?
Was it real? Did she really remake Cable's freaking time thing? And once again,
if that's the case, then Cable can go home.
And that's the case, and all our future movies gonna have them on time travel things. But the writers have said that the next story will not be time travel because time travel is very hard to write because it's so, and it is because there's so much that it is. It is. So I don't know what they're gonna be doing, but I wish that could all stick. I wish Vanessa and Peter could survive, man.
That'd be dope. Yeah, and have Peter come back and do. I don't know, something with his mustache.
Or something. Be dope. But that was a hilarious flip, dog. And y'all broke your film with that. Because at the end of the day, if you got and the thing is they purposely broke their film because they showed what's the ridiculousness of having a time travel device because you gotta try hard to not do things like kill Hitler or just go save Vanessa from the jump or whatever. Like time travel can get sticky.
Yeah.
But y'all handled yourselves well, Deadpool 2.
Yeah, ton of laughs, good time, dope action. Even second time around, man, I still very much thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm still in my head, man. I was sort of looking for John Wick in the Deadpool universe, and that's not exactly what I got. I'm not even sure now at this stage if that's even what I wanted, but that was sort of a high expectation to have for it, a different one really. But I did enjoy it. I still, give it my out of, I don't know how much money am I putting in Deadpool. I'll put in a good $4 out of a $5 maximum.
Yeah.
So, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm glad I got to see it the second time around. Which MoviePass wasn't acting an ass. And I could have made it in there on time. But otherwise, no, man, it was really dope. I even really enjoyed my first broad theater experience.
Straight up.
Yeah, for the very first time. Dug it. We'll be going back.
I just love having a movie theater in the city, bro. It's like having to always go to Metairie or West Bank or Harahan to go see a fucking movie.
It does, and it's really, really close. The folks there are nice. It's a little Ford theater. It's a small little intimate place. The only bad thing I'd say about it, once again, is the parking. But you know, they know what's up with that, and you just got to plan for it.
Because Canal Place get too expensive.
Canal Place is too expensive.
Britannia usually will plays like 1 or 2 shows, and you got to catch them. You got to catch them when they're playing it.
Yeah.
So Broad really filled in a nice void.
Definitely. I want to support them more, so I'm gonna definitely get this MoviePass thing back together, and go there probably more.
I mean, it's up the street from me, so I'm there.
You're definitely gonna be there, yeah.
But
So definitely next time, I'm definitely gonna try to get there on time, sir.
Me
I'm
too.
I'm gonna get there early next time, just so I can get the shit. I can't believe that happened, dude. But anyway, I can't let it go. But overall great experience though.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Deadpool 2. I'm excited to see what y'all do with X-Force. Everybody signed on to do the X-Force, and I don't know how y'all gonna flip it, because once again, in the comics, X-Force is one thing, but we already see now that's not where you guys are going. So I wonder who's gonna be the villain next time. Like, where y'all gonna go with it? I'm excited. Like, and the thing is, you have the time to do it, and y'all do plan to do this before the Marvel takeover, if that happens. So what's coming, guys? Because you gotta flip it now, because now it's almost like with Hangover. You didn't do a Hangover, but 1 and 2 were just alike. Deadpool 1 and 2 weren't just alike, but there were certain gags that you had, if you saw 1 paid off great in 2. And for 3, I want y'all to just go for X-Force. I want y'all to give us an entirely different experience. That's what I'm looking forward to. Not entirely different, a different enough experience that I felt like you elevated your style, but still keep it, funny and witty. We still want the crazy hijinks, but let's keep it pushing, let's keep it growing, man.
Feel free to try some things out.
And keep the cameos going. Keep the top secret. The top secret is going.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys, they do it really well. Or maybe they're just not, I don't know, maybe they just know how to do it. But yeah.
Because Colossus was a surprise last time. We didn't know Colossus was going to be in the first one.
Yeah, and like Juggernaut, like Brad Pitt, a lot of the especially those mid credit, or not mid credit, I guess they are the stingers. Not a stinger because it didn't come at the end, but anyway, mid credit scenes. Even those were really dope. Yeah, none of that shit was spoiled. So they did a good job of keeping most. Or at least I wasn't.
I wasn't spoiled most of these things. Like I said, the only thing I knew was Cable was gonna come to kill a boy, and I feel like that was told in the trailer.
In the trailer, right? Yeah.
So man.
It was man.
Yeah, I'm saying
it was a nice little palate washer to Avengers. Wash away those tears. And
wash away the tears. Oh my God! I've seen Infinity War twice now. I've seen this twice now. And if you've listened to this, you've already seen this at least once. I say go see both those films again, because after listening to our Infinity War review, or after listening to this review, I feel like that should make you want to go peep some of the shit that we might have spoken on. It's even you may have not have seen, because that happens to me times too when I listen to other reviews, other podcasts. I'm like, wait, what? Nah, I gotta go see this motherfucker again, because it's like, okay, I ain't catch that the first time, or it didn't hit me like that. So so we about to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for listening, man. We just broke this thing down. Yeah, man. This is that actor guy, Marty Bats Bradford. As usual, you can find me at Mr. Bats on all your social media platforms except Facebook. At Facebook, find me my regular name, that government thing. You gotta spell that Mr. Out, you ain't gonna find me, you dig? Send all of your mail for the main show to FlyWithBats@gmail.com. Send your mail for anything that you want us to review, anything that you got on your mind that you want to talk about that we've reviewed, which includes Black Lightning, Dear White People, Infinity War, and now will be this. Send that to reviewingdat with a D, reviewingdat@gmail.com. We'll be happy to talk, read your shit, etc., etc. As usual, like, share, subscribe, comment on all this here. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep the party going. And for this episode, for this one, I'm out.
You can find me, Marty, Marty Edwards 504 on Instagram and Twitter. Snap at the chat. Also, once again, go to lowrainpictures.com. You can click on the Your30 tab, take a listen. We're also on iTunes, Google Play Store, and Stitcher. Appreciate you for having me, sir. This was a great time. Can't wait to do it again. I don't know what the next one's gonna be, but I'm sure it's gonna be a stone cold groove.
I mean, hell yeah, man. We got to finish off reviewing them dead white people. And we got Ant-Man coming up next. So,
right.
And
Ant-Man.
we got Luke Cage season 2 coming up soon.
When is that releasing again?
I don't know, but I know for sure those are 3 things that we're gonna be tackling over the summer. So we got shit coming. Big ups to J.Steel, man. We love you. Big ups. When you coming back, go to her site, FatGirlNola. She's at FatGirlNola. Find her site at fatgirl.jimdo.com. What's up, Alpha Joe? Sorry you could come through this time. We'll see you on the next film as well.
You was just here, baby.
You was just here, man. But so and then big ups to all the people that's once again following and rocking and supporting us, man. Appreciate y'all, because y'all ain't gotta do that, but y'all do. So once again, until next round, man, this is Review and Act.
Do